employees. I'm going to the platform. I am one of all employees. I'm going to the platform. All employees. All employees. Repeat, all employees. All employees. Repeat, I am one of all employees. I'm going to the platform. I am one of all employees. I'm going to the platform. All employees.
I am almost ready. Hold on. Alright. Holy crap. It's Ziggy time? Oh my god, you ain't even here. Yo, you ain't even here to fuck with me. You're just here to see the goddamn cat. You're here to see some goddamn I mean, what? Yo, what's up, everybody? Let me mail you a spoon? Say what? It's not technical difficulties time. I was just dude, I had to go find my socks. I had to freaking, dude, I had to, I always brush my teeth before I do the stream. Like I have this like literally after I go live, I immediately go brush my teeth because I have like this massive fucking fear of like going live and then there's like something in your fucking teeth. Like that's my greatest fear. Like you'll eat like a fucking bagel, like an everything bagel, and it's like you're just doomed for failure at that point. You know what I mean? So in order to like circumvent that, like literally the first thing I do whenever I hit the live button and where the intros go brush my teeth. It's like can't fuck up if I do that. Say fear again. Yo, I swear, like I just have to do that. Like I need to be assured that there's nothing in my fucking teeth. Yo, Kenny, what's up, my guy? Great to catch you live. Hey, I appreciate you being here. It's good to see you, Kenny. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, my guy. We got John in the building. Paper Liger. Hani, my man, Hani said pause. Nah, son, no pause. Blazing Silver, my man. So you were already planning to show feet, just cover. No, we don't really need to show feet here, my guy. That's a weird phobia, not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like. I just think it's embarrassing. You walk into a place and you give a fucking smile. It's like I'm trying to win over the crowd here, and then you smile, and then there's a fucking like a poppy seed in your fucking tooth. Like it's like whatever you attempted there just failed miserably. It's over. Yo, my man Xavier in the building. Hold on, let me. Yo, shout out to my man Aztec Warrior. He's been a member for 6 months. Thank you so much. Whitest chocolate, golden apples, Nissan. Philip, my man Casualty starting mad trouble, by the way. How dare you? Hani in the building. Silent Joker. W2 report. Who else we got up in here? Yo, Benji. Good to see you, my guy. Feet is Saturday night, not Tuesday. Facts. Take it to Saturday night. Cass got the NY accent. Sometimes. I try to chill back with that since I moved. It's like, yo, son, like, Pennsylvania people hate New Yorkers. They just fucking do. And so, I try to chill back with that a little bit. It was so cold in Jersey today. You can cut glass with a witch's tit. Yo, that's a fucking throwback, my guy. Yo, that's such an old school saying, like it's colder than a witch's tit. That's yo, that's a fucking throwback. Holy shit. I haven't heard that one in a minute. Shout out to you, Kenny, man. God damn. That always was a funny one too. Like, who the fuck ever thought to say it's colder than a witch's tit? Like it's like, god damn, son. Holy shit. Yo, Sir Duck. Alright, guys. So, if you guys haven't, please do hit the like button. It does help me out. And shout out the stream. Like I said, you guys got all the power here. Without you, I am nothing. So, everything you do, you do more for me than I could do for myself, right? So, there's that. Just an update on the schedule for this week, because it's gonna be a little crazy. So we're doing 3 straight days of streaming. So today I got a couple of videos to react to. We're gonna do funnies. Tomorrow we are doing my Dead Space playthrough continued. We hit tier 2 this past Thursday because you guys are insane. Thank you so much. So we're gonna continue the Dead Space remake gameplay Um, it with the Scooby Doo aesthetic, um, because I'm a fucking coward. Yes, yes. So thank you guys for that. And then Thursday, so Thursday is when the Xbox event is happening. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to stream the Xbox event live because Thursday I have no time. Like literally, I come home from work, I go to sleep, and then we go live for the Twilight Zone of gaming, and I stream for like 10 fucking hours straight. So I can't do like 2 streams in a day. I can't do it. I literally would die of exhaustion. So instead, the Xbox event is gonna happen. I'm gonna watch all of the, you know, trailers, whatever have you, involved in that during Twilight Zone of Gaming starting 8 p.m. EST Thursday night. So we'll go over that into detail. I want to hear what you guys thought about it. I will be watching it fresh for the first time live on stream because I'll be asleep when the Xbox event is happening. That's just what it is. Uh, yo, Minimal, what's up? Shout out to you. Appreciate the 3 of us. Said the accent sick as fuck today. It's sick. It's sickest. But that's Thursday won't be worth it, man. I will make it worth it. All right. I will make Twilight Zone of Gaming will make it worth it. Obviously, I don't expect much from live events. This generation for live events has been pretty mundane as fuck. It's been pretty boring, right? So that's why I'm not overly enthusiastic about streaming, the Xbox event. I think that don't get me wrong, I'm really excited for Forza Horizon 6. Forza Horizon's my bag. Ayo, say thick again. Thick. Women have historically lied every time they've promised that it would be worth it. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Yo. Oh, man. Man, where you at, brother? Make it one-handed? That's crazy, my guy. That is insane. Xbox will be ass. I mean, look, man. I don't like to go into events being like excited, like overly excited, or like overly like it's gonna be shit. We're just gonna we just gonna watch it and see what happens, my guy. That's just how I like to do events because I don't. You can't buy me over. You know what I mean? Like you gotta prove it. You gotta stand and deliver straight up, like the fucking movie. You gotta stand and deliver. Yeah, that's what it is. Xbox standing up on Thursday. They better fucking deliver. I think there's some things that they ain't gonna win me over on, but I think there's other things they might be able to win me over on. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I try to be like even for events for like PlayStation. I really don't like as much as I shit on PlayStation and PlayStation fanboys. Like I hope that they bring some heat, bro. But I'm not gonna get hyped and I'm not gonna just shit on them off rip. I want to see what they bring to the fucking table. So that's what we gonna do. Idea for new AI pic of Cass in an old-fashioned, over-the-top sundress with jewelry adorned on it, corset included. Oh, yo, before you said the corset included, it just reminded me of like, so when the Diana Ross and Supremes got like super famous, like back in the 60s, like bro, they upgraded from like these really cheap dresses that they started out with, and mind you, like Diana Ross was like she knew a decent amount like about like design of like dresses and stuff, so she actually would throw together like a lot of the Supremes dresses early on in their career. um but then like once the Supremes got super famous, they would start wearing like 30-pound fucking gowns. It's like insane. Like they actually like their gowns were so insane and really just pieces of art that they actually have like a museum that displays Supreme's gowns. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that. I'm not gonna lie. What exactly triggers the accent switch, Cass? You drink on Pepsi again? No, coffee, and I'm excited. Like Like, if I'm fucking dead inside, it's like dead tongue. Like, dude, if I'm like tired, bro, like I lose everything about me, like, my personality, like everything. We get an admission. You wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind going to see the display of Supreme's gowns. I literally love the Supremes. They're the greatest female girl group ever, period. Like, they are the most iconic. They are the greatest of all time. It's not even disputable. So I do appreciate their history, their contributions to music, and to just really just being like beacons of exceptionalism during a time where black people really just didn't have as many opportunities. Like, dude, it's crazy. Radio Chimp, we know you waited for PepsiCon. They have a PepsiCon? Huh? I enjoy a few girl groups such as Girls' Generation. Let me peep that. Girls' Generation. We getting into all the shit today. Oh, this is like are they K-pop? Dude, I need to catch up on my K-pop so bad. Like, I really do want to get back into K-pop. I just haven't had the time yet. They do like K-pop, bubblegum pop, electropop, J-pop. Okay, I could dig it. Oh, they've been active since '07. Oh wow, I never heard of them. But shout out to them. They seem pretty cool. I love K-pop. I think it is the most dopest shit like of modern day. By the way, guys, we are live on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble, so take your pick on where you'd like to watch the stream. It doesn't matter to me. I just love seeing you guys here and hanging out with you. So whatever works best for you. No love for Spice Girls. Spice Girls was cool. So I had this moment when they were first out, and this is like the same thing for like Britney Spears. When they all first came out, I hated them. Like, when I was a kid, I hated pop so much, like modern pop at that time. But like over time, I grew this strong admiration for Britney Spears, for Spice Girls. As much as I disliked hearing them because they were overly played on the radio and stuff. Um, it does, like, when you hear a Spice Girl song, it takes you back. Like, it really does. It's crazy. Like, it's so it's almost corny to say at this point, but music really does take you back to a time and a place. It is what it is. It's just the truth. And it's like when I hear Britney Spears on the like on my I play it on Spotify, or a Spice Girl song pops up. It's like, bro, I remember being like fucking 9 years old again. Crazy as it is. And it's like back then I didn't even like listening to them. But they're so synonymous with childhood that it is charming now. It is genuinely charming. K-pop like XG, I've heard of them, but I haven't actually I haven't looked into them like that. A couple of my homies are super into like K-pop stuff. For me, I like my favorite K-pop group, at least like a couple of years ago when I was really into listening to K-pop, was Monsta X. They are the dopest like K-pop group in my opinion. One of the singers, Sunny, is known for her Aigyo. I don't even know what that is. That causes a punch. Huh. I like scary home movies. Hell yeah. NKOTB, best pop group of all time, still going. Spice Girls had a jam for sure. Britney now is just envision her with knives looking crazy. Yo, son. I mean, she's just kinky, bro. Like, let her live. Yeah. Oh man, and as long as she's not shaving her head in a desperate cry for help, I mean. Devastator said, Cass, I posted 2 random videos in Funnies because they confirmed 6 new pals for Pal World 1.0. Dude, that's exciting. Yo, Golden Apples, what's up, my guy? He says, I'm just feeling tired, sad, angry. No! Defeated? No! I refuse to let you feel this way. God damn it. What's wrong? Every negative emotion in a book. I'm on a struggle bus for real. What happened? Have you heard of Baby Metal? Yeah, Baby Metal's cool. I haven't listened to Baby Metal as much as I would like to, but like, so I was introduced to Baby Metal because one of my friends basically has all of their live performances type shit. I don't know if he has all of them, but he had like a bunch of them like saved on his PC. And at the time, I think this is during like lockdowns, they were doing like a live performance. So he streamed it for me in a Discord. I'm like, I'm down to watch whatever, man. You know how lockdown, how forced lockdown shit was, or like, during the COVIDs, scare by the government or bullshit was. He was down to watch whatever and chill in the Discord. So he put that up and I watched them, dude. I was like, they're fucking amazing. They're so cool. Did you listen to Iron Maiden's latest album? It sucked in my opinion. I don't really fuck with like hard rock or metal. Like that's just not my bag. I respect the classics, don't get me wrong, Iron Maiden is classic as fuck. But it's just not my bag. I like more of the soft, soothing stuff. So that's like for me, it's like 70s soft rock is my bag, my jam. Hippie music is my jam. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, dude, I'm such a fucking like all of the music everybody hates, I genuinely love. Like, unironically. Have you ever listened to Welsh artist Ren? No, I have not. Have you heard of Lady Baby? No, I have not heard of that. 3-member group consisting of 2 Japanese girls and a bearded Australian man dressed in girls' clothes. Sounds like sounds like a weird play on Tony Orlando and Dawn. I'm not gonna lie, except it's like not a fucking spick and 2 black women. Yo, that sound crazy. I like me some Tony Orlando and Dawn. I'm not gonna lie to you. And what doesn't fucking help me is my family having been getting into fights again. I'm so fucking done, bro. I'm sorry, Golden Apples, that you're going through this shit, my guy. Look, man, I know it doesn't help fix your situation, but at least you can get away and hang out with us for a little while. I will be streaming the next 2 days after this too, so whatever you're going through, just know, bro, you got a whole community of homies here to hang out with you. So you can vibe with Chicago then? Yeah, Chicago's classic as fuck, my guy. Hell yeah. Yo, Miss Bella, what's up? Hope you're doing well, Miss Bella. Much love to you. Yeah, it is weird, lol, but the dude has a great sense of humor. How's Biggs the Venus? What does that mean, more? Yo, Dragooner, what's up? All right, guys. So, welcome in, everybody. Always good to see you guys. Just to clarify again, we will be streaming 3 days straight. All right, today we got today's stream, tomorrow doing Dead Space stream, continuing the playthrough of that because you guys were too kind to me this past Thursday. Hit tier 2, so promises you another stream where I play a horror game, so you guys can laugh at my my genuine fucking fears. And then Thursday, I will not be streaming the Xbox event live. We'll be doing Twilight Zone of Gaming though, Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST. I'll go over the gameplay that they're showing for the games, whatever the hell have you, and I will assess what's up with that. I'm looking forward to Forza Horizon 6. That's the main one that I really want to see, and I'm hoping they manage to really somehow take a step up from Forza Horizon 5. It's not Forza 5 isn't perfect, but it's damn near one of the best fucking, arcade-ish style racers that's out there. So how I need to see how they're gonna up the ante from that. And they have to, because Forza Horizon 5 feels, I will say, samey to Forza Horizon 4. So they gotta freshen up the joint. Just taking it to Japan ain't enough. We gotta see more. So we'll see what happens. Speaking of Twilight Zone, I heard there's a video game about the TV series that's coming out. I would highly suggest checking out Ren then. He could do everything. He's 100% independent, and he is the most talented musician I've heard in years. Okay, let me write that down. Hold up. Ren. Is his name Ren Gill? So stoked to start my HMM Zoid model. Dude, I saw that you ordered it. I'm like, oh my god. You took me back for a moment. Dude, I always wanted to get like the Liger Zeros. I always wanted to get like I think it was the orange Liger where his blade stuck out, or was the blue one? The Liger Zero is one of the greatest fucking, like, I don't know, robotic type monsters ever. Yo, Zombie was good, my man. Yeah, Ren Gill, you got it. All right, so I'll check them out when I do get a chance. I found a sealed copy of OG Forza. I still had in a box video. It's nice. Hypnotic was good, my man. So yeah, that's basically the schedule for this week. It's gonna be a little crazy. Unfortunately, I wanted to do, like, just push Twilight Zone to Friday and just watch the Xbox event, but I'm going to a hockey game on Friday, so I can't really, unfortunately, I wouldn't have time to do that. So we're just gonna run through it all Thursday, assess the Xbox event, post Xbox event. So that's what we're doing. As for what we got going on today, got a couple things. All right, so we've been keeping up a little bit, not enough, honestly, with Nintendine. And Nintendine has been a YouTuber that's been pretty honest about basically what's going on with Nintendo. He used to love Nintendo, but since, the launch of the Switch 2, Nintendo's been on the extra fuck shit. And there just hasn't been enough Nintendo YouTubers calling out this stuff. And Nintendine has been, getting attacked because he's like one of the few that's willing to be honest about the situation surrounding Nintendo. Why you gotta jinx the Bears like that? Leave me alone. Let me live, my guy. Stop it. So, all right, guys, I've been to like 4 hockey games this year so far, and the Bears lost every fucking one. I have not watched the Bears win live not one fucking time. And they're not an awful team. Honestly, they're plagued with injuries, but they're not an awful team. When I'm not there, they stand a good chance of winning. But literally every time I go to a fucking Bears game, they lose. It's to the point where my best friend makes fun of me. I took my dad to a Bears game. They lost. It never fucking fails. The Panzer, so I don't know, Aaron. I don't know them by name. I know them by color. Liger Zero Schneider. That's the orange one. They have that kit too. Bro, I don't want to build it though. I'm so fucking lazy, my guy. I want that shit pre-built, my guy. Like a PC ready. Skill issue? Oh man, fuck you. It's the Jets curse. I said it. Yo, you ain't fucking lying, bro. That's probably the case too. Sad to say, but you're probably fucking right. Why not go to the game for your opponent's team to see if it works on them? Oh my god. Jaeger is blue, Schneider is orange, and Panzer is green. Yeah, dude, the Panzer fucking Liger Zero, like, bro, he came with all the explosions. I remember that shit. Dude, I fucking loved Zoids back in the day. Zoids was fire. Like one of my favorite games from 6th gen was Zoid's Battle Legends. That was what I think that was like a GameCube exclusive. Bro, that game was fucking heat. That game was so fucking fun. You're cursed, Cass, but don't fret. I'm cursed too. Every game I got for my team, they lose too, yo. I remember back in the day going to a fucking Yankees game. And this is when I had to be like 12 years old. Bro, fucking Randy Johnson was on the mound. And when the Yankees got Randy Johnson, his best fucking years were already behind him. He's a fucking mess. He's like a fucking drunk out there. So like, bro, me, my dad, and my brother went to the game. And bro, by like the 3rd inning, it was like double digits against the Yankees. They fucking took Randy Johnson out at like the fucking 2nd or 3rd inning. It was disgusting. It was so disgusting. Yo, showing up. What's good, my man? Yo, Drewski, what's up? And there's a 3D fighting game too. Nice. Same reason I'm not allowed to watch Lions games, yo. Alright. So we got Nintending here. Cause I'm interested to see. So a big argument for a lot of motherfuckers on really just for them to dick eat their corporation of choice is, oh, well, if you account for inflation, gaming is cheaper now than it was back then. When it's like, bro, I don't really care. First and foremost, your bullshit ass arguments that you're making here, because you're just literally choosing to argue against your own best interest to begin with by even posing this. First and foremost, like, right? So you're literally just defending a corporation's best interest instead of your own and your communities, right? But the reality is nobody gives a fuck accounting for inflation when my wallets ain't thicker, bro. Why are we going to account for inflation? Inflation doesn't account for my wallet. All right, when stuff gets more expensive, my wallet don't get fat. I don't suddenly make more money. Yo, Boosh, what's up? You're welcome, Cass. Though Randy Johnson was fire when he was here in Seattle. Yeah, dude, Randy Johnson at one time was like the greatest pitcher of his time. But literally when he came to the Yankees, he was like, bro, he was a fucking disaster. Like, I was like, get that motherfucker off the mound, bro. Oh my God, bro. Him and there was this relief pitcher that the Yankees had. I think his name was like Kyle Farnsworth or something like. Bro, every time they put that motherfucker on the mound, he blew every fucking game. He literally blew every fucking game that he was there to try and secure. He was like a middle relief or a late relief pitcher. Fuck that dude. I fucking hated that bitch. Every time they put that motherfucker on the mound, bro, I'm literally talking about like mid-2000s sports and still fucking upset. All the best Mariners eventually become Yankees. Oh man, for reals, Hershey Giant Almond Bar now $5.79. Get the fuck out of here. It was $2.79 4 years ago. Inflation sucks, bro. That's insane. Yeah, so like, bro, the whole like adjust for inflation, we're paying less for gaming now than back in the day. Like, shut the fuck up. You know, like I'm so sick and tired of hearing that shit. So Nintendo posted this video saying, I guess gaming is not cheaper today, adjusted for inflation. So I want to see what he has to say. I would love some clear cut referenceable proof like that just destroys this fucking argument. I blame the Tiny Hat Club. Randy Johnson on the Yankees was as bad as Gary Payton and Karl Malone going to the Lakers and not doing shit. Yeah. Yep. So let's see what Nintendo has to say. I skipped like the first 2 minutes because he's talking about another subject, like sales of Switch 2 units in like Germany. because people kept asking him about it, but that doesn't pertain to the conversation, so I just skipped over
it's
it.
going to change and the Switch one's going to be in the lead. But yeah, that's all I got. Let's go to actual topic of this video. So a few months ago, I believe it was prior to the launch of the actual Switch 2 console, I had made a series of videos talking about how gaming today is much more expensive than it ever was in the past. The reason I had made those videos is because the argument that I had made at the time was that Nintendo launching the Switch 2 at the price that it's at in this current economy was absolutely downright idiotic of them, because the people just realistically cannot afford to spend that kind of money on a Nintendo console, right? Because Nintendo consoles, we know this, they're usually the budget option. And
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. That's what I think threw a lot of us off guard with the Switch 2. To be honest with you, I didn't necessarily mind the Switch 2's price, because I understood just how thing what you vaping? I'm not vaping. I occasionally vape like maybe like once every other year for like a month, and then I get over it. But yeah, I wasn't like, oh my god, the price for the Switch 2 is the most awful thing ever. I wasn't like that. It was more so the games and all the little stipulations as to getting like the entire game, like all this DLC practice and forced online and all these weird stipulations on how to enjoy an individual game. It became a problem. Like it became extra shit. And I was like, wow, I don't want this system anymore. Because, to me a Switch 2 would have been cool to take to work with me. I wouldn't have to hook anything up, just, keep it charged and get to gaming while I have free time at work. So that was, the interest in for me, but literally they just turned me the fuck off immediately. So Cass is just a serial quitter. Absolutely. When it comes to really bad habits, I usually quit them pretty fast.
was met with a crazy amount of pushback for believing this. People were sharing articles by IGN, who were like putting clippings of magazines from the 90s, being so
Bro, when the Switch 2 was announced and everything regarding it, like the defense force for it was insane. They were pulling off all sorts of insane arguments. Like, bro, I never seen people go so far out of their way to defend like their best fucking interests when it comes to gaming, bro. They went so far out of their way to go against their own best interests, I should say. It's so sad. They couldn't call a spade, man. It was a Switch 2. Like when they first announced it, the system itself, cool, whatever. It's a little expensive, but then like all the other shit that came along with it, it was such a turnoff. It was so sad. And then to be referencing IGN of all fucking things, oh my god. Like, how much of a loser do you have to be to reference an IGN article to fight against your own best interests? Not calling it the Super Switch was the first red flag. Facts.
willfully incorrect and arrogant.
Switch 2's current price compared to other Nintendo consoles at launch. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. They're trying to act like it's cheaper than the fucking NES and the SNES, adjusting for inflation. Jesus Christ.
In their assessment while arguing against me and suggesting that, well, actually, Dean, if you were to adjust for inflation, the Switch 2 is actually a great price. By the way, that's like the default voice in my head when somebody comes to my channel and argues against me. This is how I assume every one of you guys sound. Anyway, so I took that to heart. I'm like, there's a lot of things you can tell me about the Nintendo Switch 2. One thing you cannot tell me for certain is that gaming now is not more expensive than it was in the past. Because while these people were all accounting for inflation in their discussions against me, they weren't really considering purchasing power of every individual. And not only that, they weren't considering the fact that consoles do not get price drops. They weren't considering the fact that
No, they'll just call you broke. That's how much of a piece of shit, like, people that were making these arguments with me. Well, if you don't feel like it's worth buying this system because you feel like it's too expensive, well, you're broke. Like, no, motherfuckers like that aren't broke because they don't just throw their fucking money away. So crazy. Aaron says, Stubborn Bunny, Switch 2 games ain't shit I want. Yeah, I'm not sweating not having a Switch 2 at all. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. And that's why I'm so glad that They did everything in their power to get me to not buy the system. Because I literally would have bought a system just to like force buy games hoping I'll like them, and then I know that I'm going to be bored of them pretty quickly. So I'm glad that I just left that shit out entirely. Entirely. This dude sounds like Frit minus the stoner voice, yo. I would hope folks would continue to see Nintendo for who they are, who they really are, but alas, one Mario and Zelda trailer and everyone will ooh and fish out the wallets, yo. Yo. First laptops cost $30K, adjusted for inflation, but people had more purchasing power in the 80s and 90s. Facts. Inflation argument is moot because we aren't paying as much in taxes 30 years ago. Boom, mic drop. Yeah, dude, like I hate that argument. The adjusting for inflation. Like, motherfucker, my wallet didn't get inflated, bitch. Shut the fuck up. All right, my purchasing power didn't get inflated. Check current news in Discord. I posted something about GameStop that may pique your interest. Kratos, usually news we go over on Thursday, but I appreciate that. Definitely keep on posting, my guy. Definitely keep on posting, my guy. Oh no. Infinite money glitch. Hey yo, that's crazy. Now we'll go over that.
That the rental market was phenomenal. All of the updates, DLC, online payments, all the different stuff that we have to pay extra for while we're not even realizing it sometimes. They didn't account for any of this.
Yeah, they tried to make games $80, but the reality is they walked that back silently. But secretly, in the grand scheme of things, every Nintendo game just about is at least $100. Like, because last generation, you could buy a Switch game and pretty much have the whole experience for the most part. More often than not, it was the entire experience on fucking cartridge. $60, that's it. Right now, it's like all games are like $70 for the most part for a Switch game, right, from Nintendo. And it's like almost all of them have like fucking $20, $30 DLC. It's literally all their games are like $100 now, realistically. They just do it in a slick ass fucking way.
I had one person who straight up came to my channel and it was like, yo, in 1995, I paid $399 for a Sega Saturn. That's like $850 today. The Switch 2 is a great deal and will be just fine. And so I made the argument both in my comments as well as like in my follow-up videos about the topic that if you were to buy a game on its launch day in its first month back in the day versus right now, then even when you account for purchasing power, yeah, probably it was more expensive back then depending on the console and the year that you bought it. But the people that were buying these game consoles, a vast majority of them bought them after the price drops. The amount of early adopters that were buying games prior to the price drop was significantly lower because many of these consoles went down in price very quickly within the first.
Yo, that's facts. Bro, there are no more price drops in gaming. There's only price hikes, man. It's so sad to say. Because I remember the PS4 got a price drop. Nintendo's notorious, at least like last gen, for not necessarily doing a price drop. Instead, they introduced a cheaper model. Which, you know, at least is something, right? Yo, sweetie, you was good, fam. Hope you're doing well.
First year or two. Actually, I'll just share the spreadsheet that I have from that video right on screen right now. This spreadsheet was basically the whole video. This is how much the console launches at, how much it goes down in price, how that relates to like the modern day consoles, effectively what it would cost if you were to buy a console a year.
Oh my god. Crazy, right?
After
Holy
launch,
shit.
2 years after launch, 3 years after launch, etc. Whereas in today's day and age, the consoles do not go down in price. And this is a precedent that has been set by Nintendo. They started it with the Nintendo Switch 1. They're the first console to not drop in price. And not only do they not drop in price, they don't offer the same discounts. So for example, the PS5, like right now, everybody's like, oh, it went up in price. Go online anywhere. You can buy the disc PS5 for cheaper than it was at launch. It's like $450 at most retailers in the US. Even in Europe, part of the reason that it had such a good holiday season was because they dropped it back to below the launch price, I believe, in some nations. And up until a few months ago, the Xbox Series X was less than $500. They only recently increased the price for it. And really, they increased the price for it because they're effectively done selling them. I think they don't care if they make any more sales or not. They'll just do minor discounts, but they're not going to take losses on it anymore. But both the Series X and the Series S were getting discounts over the past 4 years. Same with the PS5. Everything except for the Nintendo consoles. And even with the Switch 2 right now, Nintendo didn't even give it the freaking discount. It was the retailers who were like,
Yo, Quiet Cries, what's up?
nobody's buying this in the holidays and we got to find a way to get them in the store. Now, mind you, in those videos, I cross-referenced the data. I actually checked how many people bought each console at the launch price versus the
Quiet Cries says I'm stuck in the washing machine. Oh my fucking god. Suffer. Alright, I'm gonna put some gain in there, right?
post discount / price drop price. And the amount of people that were actually buying these games, not just at launch, but in that first, whatever, 6 months to a year, however long they stayed at the highest price they had, because they used to drop pretty quickly. The amount of people that were doing that at every single console was very minimal. I'm serious. Check out these videos if you get a chance. They're well worth your time. But that's just the reality. The vast majority of people that were going to buy games didn't buy them at that launch price because the price went down very quickly. So even if you were to account for games, for example, being more expensive
No, Weenie for Sweeney, why are you staring in my eyes?
today than they were back then, the consoles were so much
You're
cheaper
stuck
that there's
in the
almost no
dishwasher?
way in hell
Zombie, you know you ain't fitting in no fucking dishwasher, my guy. Come on, brother. Come on,
that
brother.
you were paying more money back then than you are now. And the games also dropped down in price very quickly. It's not like right now with Nintendo where they're charging more for Breath of the Wild than they were back when the Switch 1 launched. That's a Wii U game, need I remind you. But the amount of pushback I got from that video for so many people who are arguing against this fact, read the comments. It is hilarious. You might even find a few in there of people coming in after like the Switch 2 started launching and getting sales where they were coming in and be like, well, this didn't age well. Obviously the price was set fine. Because there was just so much confidence and so much arrogance with these people with the assumption that the Switch 2 was priced perfectly, especially in this economy, and the economy was healthy enough for games, and video games were recession-proof, and there was not going to be any issues with the Nintendo Switch 2, and Nintendo gave them the exact right price, and it's actually not that much more expensive, and everyone's just being a brokey. Also that they can turn back around to us in December and until now, and start talking about how the Switch 2 is not doing well because of the economy.
Yo, son. It's crazy to think how many people actually fooled themselves into believing that Nintendo is bulletproof just because they had a great Switch, like, generation. Like, admittedly, last gen was pretty solid for the Switch. Despite all of its faults and some of Nintendo's fuck-ups, they still had a great generation. They were able to pull off a lot of shit, even some sus shit. Yeah, remember when they were blaming the tariffs and stuff? No, like, bro, the cope is crazy. Literally, Nintendo perfectly played that shit as like a disguise. They used it like a lot of these motherfuckers, these companies were using the tariffs as a disguise for their deceptive fucking practices. So disgusting. So disgusting, my guy. That's literally the disgusting shit we got to deal with. The lies and the deception. But with Nintendo, a lot of people think just because they had such a great Switch generation that they're fucking bulletproof now. When it's like, bro, the reason why they defaulted to like the handheld hybrid model, the handheld that's dockable into a console, because they've always struggled with consoles. Like they would have a great console generation, they would have a flop, and it kind of go back and forth from there. They've never been consistent when it came to the console release, so that's why they were like, well, let's just take a step back. Instead of releasing the handheld and the console, we'll just put them together. And really just where they were bulletproof for a long time, for the most part, was their handhelds, right? Besides some hiccups here and there, their handhelds always performed relatively good. Even when they did have hiccups, because people looked to Nintendo for handhelds in the handheld space. But now you have to realize, guys, they don't have two ways. they don't have two ways of maneuvering. Nintendo, up until the Switch, always had the handheld and then the console.
The industry is behaving as though they can survive solely on whales, as though all of gaming is a gotcha.
Yep.
We'll see how long they can last like that.
Yep, dude, they have been perpetually the past like fucking 15 years. Thank you for the 5, by the way, Nissan. They've been perpetually like convincing themselves over the years that it's okay to sell less games as long as we get people to pay more, and especially post-launch. It's crazy because I remember looking at graphs showing EA's sales decline year by year because but still they were making like more profits than ever before. It's because, well, they don't give a fuck about like actually selling games as much as they used to. That wasn't the point. It was like, how do we, as long as we could get mostly whales to pay post-launch after paying full price for the game, that was what they were looking for. They didn't even give a fuck about selling as many games anymore, and they didn't. It's so disgusting to see because it really just hurts. It hurts your communities of, when it comes to games that you've been playing for a long time. People just stop being interested and stop giving a fuck. Stuff like that. But a lot of people don't recognize that Nintendo always had two ways of finding success. And usually, it was like 50-50 chance with the console, but the handheld would always, like, if Nintendo was in a jam, the handheld would always hold them up. Now they don't have that luxury anymore. Nintendo put them both together. Both of their options, they put them together into one. If the Switch 2 fails, Nintendo is in trouble. All right? And Nintendo got bags and bags of money, but that doesn't, bro, they're still looking to make money, bro. They're still, they're capitalists at the end of the day. They need to make more fucking money. And they don't have a means of, well, if my console ain't doing well, at least my handheld's gonna do well. That don't exist no more. Hypnotic over on Kick says the Switch 2 is ass. The Switch 2 is a disappointment. It really is. Make the Switch 2 light dockable profit. They are greedy as fuck. Like they have they've become villains, bro. Like, to me, more than anything else, all the big three all became major fucking villains. Like, the heel turn was insane for this generation. Holy fuck. They really bit off more than they could chew, and it's hurting all of them.
So I am here to give all of you a chance that disagreed with me back then to tell me I was right back then. Right? That was my argument back then. That in this economy, the Switch 2 would suffer, it would struggle, and it would have a hard time moving units in its first year, especially in the holiday after you get through all of the people that have to buy it at launch. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. So if you're not gonna admit that I was right...
Zombie, thank you for the buckaroo, brother.
Fun fact, the stock market lost $1.3 trillion in value today alone.
Wow.
The AI bubble is going to pop soon, and I bet it's going to be this year.
I mean, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. The thing is, I'm not good at like making informed like stock and like predictions and stuff. That's not my bag. I just assess things for what they are at the current time given. But I hope you're right, my guy. The sooner these companies suffer, the sooner they can get back to, kissing my ass. That's what I want. I want to see them kiss my fucking ass. And I want to see them kiss all your fucking asses too, right? The sooner they get fucked, the sooner they go back to kissing our asses. Nelly said, all greedy motherfuckers, all three of them. Exactly, Nelly. Like, they all get the smoke these days. Bags of money now, but no company's invincible. Yeah, exactly. It's like, they're so fucking greedy, they can't see the forest through the trees. I went from being a lifelong Nintendo fanboy to no longer giving a fuck. And that's what it is, bro. You know how, like, there was a time where you couldn't tell me nothing bad about Mortal Kombat, or, there's so many fucking games, franchises that I wouldn't say I was in love with them, but I really fucked with them heavy. And now it's like, bro, I'm dead inside, It's so sad that they fucking threw away all of their goodwill for, like, literally surface level shit that was short-term gain, all that kind of bullshit. Yes, we all want that. From all entertainment, make products for the customers instead of yourselves. Exactly. I mean, like that. That's pretty fucking obvious. And when they don't try to meet us halfway. Well, we just want to watch them fail, deservingly so, right? If you want to invest in something, invest in silver and gold. That is going to be the safest bet right now. Maybe so. Maybe so. And I'm not an investor. I don't know anything. I'm just reading the chat. I know that a lot of people like to preface like, hey, I'm not this and I'm not that. Don't take my word for it. So yo, Red, what's good, my man? Video games used to be $40. Nowadays it's too fucking expensive. Yeah, bro, like I'm sorry, dog. Like I understand that these games cost more money to make, but that's your fucking fault as the company. Stop making your games more expensive to make. It is what it is. Stop making them more expensive to make. Um, the reality is taxes are so fucking high now. Like people's general income for entertainment is now a smaller pool of money on average. Suck on your failure, Nintendo. Yeah, my retard level understanding is silver going up is a bad indicator of other traditional type stocks. I don't know nothing about that shit. I really don't. Bro, look, man, I tell y'all, I'm just a regular average gamer. I'm an average fucking nobody, right? And I don't know nothing about stocks and all that shit. I couldn't tell you a goddamn thing. All right, so but I'm honest with you guys about that. I'm not gonna be like Reforge Gaming and fucking fake it till you make it. Like you guys are here to hear me talk about gaming and my issues with current modern gaming, and the excitement that we do find for certain games. When it comes to the money aspect of it, I have a general understanding from a gamer's perspective on money in gaming. But when it comes to like stocks and all that stuff, I'm a retard.
Right about the Switch 2 having a failed first year because of how slowly consoles have been moving ever since that first month and a half, at least admit that I was absolutely right. Gaming today is more expensive than it's ever been in the past. Because even back in, 2008 to 2012, when the economy was absolutely terrible, sales didn't struggle. So I guess the economy was fine back then because the consoles were still moving forward. So if it's not that, then it must be the fact that video games today are overpriced and more expensive than they were back then. Why do you think the PlayStation 5 had a slower year this year, even though it completely destroyed the Switch 2 and everywhere except for Japan where the Switch 2 is subsidized? Why do you think the PlayStation 5 has had such a drop-off and such a slowdown? It all comes back to those videos I made prior to the launch of the Switch 2, when I said very clearly,
Yeah, a lot of people gaslight motherfuckers into believing, oh, this normally happens. This part of the generation, this normally happens. This does not. It happens. Like there's slowdown like midway through the generation, absolutely, but it's kind of drastic. And there's still motherfuckers. There's still a lot of gamers on last gen. They're not upgrading. That's why, bro, they're still making last gen games. Fucking how many years later? Now, over 5 years into the generation, they're still making last gen games, my guy. Respect the consumer, don't treat them like a bank, absolutely. Cast, but that's why we talk to people, why you talk to people like me. I follow things like global GPU RAM, chip sales, because it impacts our ability to buy what we want. Yeah, for me, it's like I don't know certain things, so I definitely go to other people. Or like there's YouTubers, for example, that do dive into that type of stuff. And like there's a reason why it's when it comes to like defending our bottom line or getting us information, like I tell you guys, like I'm not like the smart person here. I'm here looking for the knowledge. Like we find the knowledge together when we watch certain videos. Like I go out of my way to watch content, not just fanboy content, but like news content, so that we become more intelligent in terms of learning about what's going on. Because like I'm just the regular gamer just trying to traverse the current state of gaming. That's literally what it is. I'm not an authority figure here. I'm not better than you guys in the chat. Like we're learning shit together and we're discussing what we learned together. That's the whole point, right? So that's how at least I've always traversed like streaming and and learning about new stuff because prior to doing YouTube, I was always watching content creators talk about gaming from perspectives I didn't personally understand because I wanted to learn more about it. I ain't learning shit, yo. I mean, guys, I will say this. I learn a little something every week. Every single week, I learned a little something. Not only that we will be very well informed on certain gaming events, facts. And sometimes, I learn stuff from you guys in the chat. Sometimes I at least hope you learn a little something from me here and there. Once in a blue moon. But I like to think of it as we learn a lot of shit together. We come to some crazy conclusions on certain things. And we're just traversing modern day gaming. The quote from the oh my god, Nintoddlers. Nintendards is the kind of crazy, bro. We gotta call them motherfuckers Nintoddlers, my guy. The quote from the Nintoddlers is crazy. All they want to talk about is initial console sales and ignore sales slowdown. Yes, it is massive fucking levels of coke. Like, bro, honestly, dog, when the Switch 2 launched and the sales were insane, I shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Because, like, I was disappointed. I was disappointed that motherfuckers ran out there and fucking, literally swallowed, all right, Nintendo's dick and just took it. And you guys remember, after the Switch launched and the sales were crazy, I was just like, I gotta shut the fuck up then. It doesn't mean that I consent to Nintendo's garbage practices, but unfortunately, a lot of people did. And that's just the L I had to eat. But like as time went on, there weren't that many suckers, right? And that's what it showed at the end of the day, right? Yo, Infinity Nerd, thank you so much for being a channel member, my guy. Have you seen the Retroid Pocket or any other emulating handhelds? Are these safe to purchase? What makes emulation illegal or profitable or profit wise? So technically when they preload the ROMs, that's when things kind of get into a weird situation. But the best person to look into in regards to evaluating this stuff that I know is Casualties of Gaming. He's usually in chat, but he has his own channel. So search up Casualties of Gaming if you want to learn a little bit about different sort of emulated handhelds. He's really into that shit. He buys a lot of them. He talks about a lot of them. That's really his bag. Honestly, I usually go out my way to learn a little bit from him. Retroid Pocket is legal and safe. Tech dweeb too. So yeah, if you want to learn more about that, honestly, I think that the emulating handhelds is really awesome. I actually want to get into it myself too, but I'm not the person to go to. Check out Casualties of Gaming. Casualties of Gaming is a fucking beast. That's his YouTube channel. Greediness never comes good. Only failure. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up to you, right? Viewers learning from YouTuber and YouTuber learning from viewers. Yes, we're always trading information with each other, or we go to another party and we all learn a little something together.
Clearly, and I showed you guys the data and the numbers and the dates, that gaming today is much more expensive because there was no way in hell back then that anybody would pay full price for a PlayStation console 5 or 6 years after it launched. And likewise with a Nintendo console and a Sega console. And likewise, as we saw back then, the family-friendly Nintendo console that goes head-to-head with the PlayStation console at the exact same price also struggled while they were both at the same price. Now, in fairness, back in the 90s, the Nintendo console was not budget by any means. They had the power. It was stronger than the PlayStation 1 even. But it's very interesting to see that for the first time since the 90s, it's been 30 years, that Nintendo decides to price itself head-to-head against Sony, and it immediately gets a—
Alright, that's Casualties of Gaming's YouTube channel. Go check him out. Yo, Pumpkin, what's good, my man? Neo Geo. Yep. Like, you know it is wild that Nintendo tried they really fucking was like, yeah, let's have our console be almost the same price as the PS5, a more powerful fucking console. And it's like I understand the general realities, like, the Switch comes with a screen, that's costly as well. Like I get that, but it is a little crazy that they really thought that they could price themselves in that kind of range. Yo, I'll do what's good, my man.
Obliterated when it goes into Sony's zone. So when they're coming in 2025 and now in 2026 and they're charging the Sony price for their console, they can't be surprised that they struggled in the holidays. The consoles are too expensive. A PlayStation console should not be the same price as it was at launch 5 years later, and a Nintendo console should not have the same launch price as a Sony console.
Yup. Yeah. Glad you're not stuck on console anymore. I mean, everyone, whatever. Look, I will say this: as much as I dislike all three major console manufacturers, whatever works best for you works best for you. A lot of people, they would not feel comfortable on PC, and I get that. Um, so kind of, it is what it is. But if you feel more comfortable on PC, that's awesome. If you feel like you're safer there, I mean, I feel a lot safer being on PC than really anywhere else at this point. I feel like I've positioned myself in the best way possible, within what I'm willing to deal with in gaming, for the near future, because it is kind of crazy out here. Hi, Cass. How you feeling about Trump politics in Greenland? I hate all Trump can go. Okay, go fuck himself. Oh man. Personally, we don't really talk like political hard politics here, my guy. I don't really know what to think about all that. Because it, like, at the end of the day, I'm out here trying to make sure that I can pay what I need to pay and pay my bills and all that stuff. And that doesn't really pertain to me. A lot of people could argue otherwise, but at the end of the day, it's not like right in front of my face. My car payment is right in front of my face. Taking care of my family is right in front of my face. So that's what I'm concerned about more than anything else personally. And our stream is more so dedicated towards gaming, and if it falls into like taxes and a little bit of gaming political stuff, that's a different story, but that's more so like hard politics, and we don't really do that here. So I don't really have a real answer for you, because I don't really keep up with that like that. I just know the very basics, so I have a general idea what's going on, but I don't know what's the answer, brother. We could all agree that taxes are ass. Absolutely.
These are the facts of life. These are counter to the success of these consoles. The difference between the PS5 and the Nintendo Switch 2, however, is that Sony, they already built up their user base on the PlayStation 5. They could just chill and do nothing now and just sell their games and get their PS Plus subscribers to give them more money every month. But Nintendo cannot do that. And it is Nintendo's job to find the right price to deliver to their customers during the economy when they want to make the money. But one thing is for certain is that what they're charging for the Nintendo Switch 2 is too expensive, because gaming today has become too expensive as a whole. It's not.
Yes, it's right now, the gaming space is so competitive from so many different angles. And Nintendo has always been the type to be like, we'll make a cheap entry console price, and then we're gonna have straight up the same prices for the games forever. And it's gonna be a little pricey for the games. That's usually how it is. All right, Miss Bellis, thank you so much for hanging out. But overall, it's like that's usually how they've always done things, but now they're just like, well, we're Nintendo. They're gonna buy our system regardless. So we're just gonna have that shit be kind of high and have the games be even higher. Like, they went all in. Sorry, Cass, I don't want to bring down the mood. I'd rather talk about Skyrim or Witcher politics, because no, I get that. Alduin, bro, I really try to be like a way of getting away like, I try to be like a space to get away from real world politics, so you understand. I know you understand. I know that that's bothering you, and I get that. I get coming here and kind of venting a little bit. I understand that. Um, but you know, I kind of act as a conduit to kind of get away from that shit at least for a few hours. You know what I mean? Fluffy, Fluffy. I hope you had a good day, Fluffy. Always good to see you, my guy.
Not just a Nintendo thing, it's across the board. They don't follow the same patterns that they used to follow. They don't offer the lower prices that they used to offer. And the discounts and price drops are just so much more stingy and spread apart than they used to be. And this past holiday season, if nothing else, has completely proved that I was right when I said that the Nintendo Switch 2 and gaming as a whole right now is way more expensive than it was back in the day, because as we have seen and was pointed to us by the Circana folks, the Black Friday sales were the worst since 1995. In 1995, the Sega Genesis and the SNES.
Yo, it's so insane to see. Like, bro, it's crazy to see like the interest in console sales for the holiday. All right, to get consoles in the hands of children. That was so low. Bro, fucking wild. It was ass. I work outside and it's been hella ice pellets. Oh man, Fluffy, I'm so sorry to hear that, my guy. I'm glad that you fucking I'm glad that you were able to break out of prison. That sucks. Politics is supposed to be a downwind of culture, but they're trying to use politics to control culture, and that's balls facts.
SNES were on their way out. The
Nintendo games, so Tampa, in my findings, at least with the Switch generation, Nintendo games would very occasionally go on sale. But it usually be holiday sales, and we're talking about a sales number of like 10% off to like 15% off. I've never seen Nintendo Switch games go like lower than like 15% off. So that's kind of the sad reality of sales on Nintendo Switch anyway. Not to mention the games are few and far between, minus the Xbox side of things.
The PS1 launched at too expensive of a price, so it was still kind of getting into that slow start where it would get its price drop in the following year with the launch of the Nintendo 64. All the while, Sega was busy tying a bunch of cinder blocks around their ankles and jumping into a lake. Meanwhile, in 2025, the PS5 had been out like for 5 or 6 years, just like the SNES had been. The Nintendo Switch 2 was recently launched at too high of a price, and the Xbox is the one that's now looking for a way to swim with the fishes. History sometimes doesn't automatically repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And back when these low sales happened in 1995, it was not the end of the gaming industry. It actually wasn't even a concern for most people. Because back then, everybody knew that if you just gave it a year or two, sometimes even 6 months, the consoles and the game prices were going to go down, the sales numbers were going to go up, and most people were not foolishly wasting their money on things because the purchase power was much better back then, making gaming a significantly more affordable hobby back in the day than it is now. And I'm glad that all of those that are white knighting for the Nintendo Switch 2 are finally in agreement with me about this, because all of the arguments and the copium that they've been spreading around in defense of Nintendo's failure this past holiday season, specifically when talking about the economy, is basically everything that I was saying prior to the launch of the Switch 2. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight.
Dude, it's so crazy that I understand. Like, here's the thing, bro. We all make bad purchasing decisions at some point or another, right? I think we could be like realistically honest. Like, but the thing is to like, it's one thing to make a bad purchasing decision, because I've done plenty of that, right? I owned way more Jordans than I should. The problem is how many people went to defend bad purchasing decisions. Like, I'm not mad at someone for buying a fucking Switch 2, right? I'm not mad at you for that. What I'm mad about is the fucking lies and the gaslighting and the full-on defense force to go on to make the purchasing decision that you did.
What up, biatch?
Like, please, just buy whatever the fuck you want. No one's telling you what to do with your money, but just don't be a fucking bitch about it. It's really that simple, my guy. Buy what the fuck you want. Just don't be a cunt about it. Way too many super chats on this channel and still no dress. It was not promised to you, my guy. It was not promised. Like that's all I'm asking from fucking gamers, bro. Buy what you want, play what you want. I'm not here to tell you what the fuck to do with your money. Just don't be a fucking cunt about it. That's it. It's literally all. Just don't be a cunt. Is that so hard? I don't understand. Like, I don't want to hear your coping and fucking defense force. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Stop defending a bad purchase. I make bad purchasing decisions all the fucking time. If not for myself, then to get something for a family member, right? I'm not here to shit on a father buying their child a Switch 2. I'm never gonna do something like that. Yo, Trucks, what's good, my guys? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, bro. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. Appreciate it, good brother. I hope you're having a good week. Dude, it's been so crazy cold outside. Oh my god. And my job, like, I have to go outside when something happens. When anything's going down, I gotta go outside. So, bro, I was freezing my ass off. Last night I was freezing my ass off. Tonight I'll be freezing my ass off. It's gonna be crazy. But guys, if you happen to become a channel member, please join the Discord. Come hang out with us. There is a Discord link under the channel membership page. You're welcome to go click on that. Or just link your YouTube and your Discord, and you should get an invite to the server. The dress was promised to us 3,000 years ago. I wasn't alive 3,000 years ago. Damn it. Plain and simple, don't defend companies that don't give a shit about consumers. Facts. Facts. When you stop giving, you quickly see who's taken. Yeah. Yeah, RT. I kind of want to see Cass with her hair did, some makeup, in a pretty dress. Oh, Jesus, God. Yo, I hate people. I hate movies where they always try to break the tomboy into being feminine. I fucking hate when movies do that. Like for example, The Breakfast Club. Like, bro, let the goth bitch have her fucking flakes in her hair. Let her be moody. Let her be an asshole. Let her dress the way the fuck she wants. All right, if she wanted to be all fucking dolled up, whatever the hell have you, she would have did it herself. God damn it. Let her be. I fucking hate that part of The Breakfast Club. Let the goth tomboy bitch be the goth tomboy bitch. Okay? Yo, Black Metal Gamer, what's good with you, my man? Appreciate the 11 months. Says Switch 2 is giving me Wii U deja vu all over again. Minimum third party and recycled IPs. A first party mid. What game you hype for next? First off, I agree with you. I felt as though realistically, and look, man, I don't like to, just throw out insane claims. I was saying that more than anything else, like the Switch 2 is going to be somewhere between the Switch 1 and the Wii U. I was still saying I think that I still stand by this. Before the Switch 2 launch, I was saying that my prediction is that the Switch 2 will sell half as much as the Switch 1. That's what I said, and I'm still sticking to that. But unless something really bad goes down. The God chick was dope as she was. Exactly. Let her be who the fuck she wants to be. You're like socially engineering her to feel as though she is wrong and bad and that she should be this specific way. No. People are meant to be fucking different. Let her live. Now we got, like people thought that her being herself back in the day was the bad thing. But now we have guys that are dressing up as women trying to play women's sports. All right? Y'all were whining and complaining about the petty shit. Now look what's happening. Why are you wearing a hijab? Oh my God. I'm not wearing a hijab. I'm wearing my Mets hat and a hoodie, damn it. I'm looking forward to the 3D Mario and the Switch 2 Zelda. We need those games. For me, I'm looking forward to Crimson Desert. That's I think coming out, if I'm not mistaken, in like March. That's probably the the next game I'm really looking into. Also, the Suda 51 game. I always forget the name of that game. Hold on. You know, I kind of like a little bit of the quirky like Japanese titles here and there. Not all the time, but like, we haven't gotten a lot of like quirky Japanese games lately, so I'm kind of like due for one sort of vibe, you know what I mean? But I'm really looking forward to what's the next game? Romeo is a Dead Man. That comes out February 11th. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then the month after that is Crimson Desert. That one looks pretty cool. Yo, Angmar, thank you so much for the gifting, my guy. Appreciate that, good brother. So that's pretty much the main ones. Ziggy, what are you doing, brother? Hey, you behave yourself, sir. You behave. You be a good boy. So that's the main stuff that looks kind of interesting to me. They're two totally different games, mind you. But yeah, who's hyped for High Guard? Isn't that coming out like literally like 6 days? Who's excited for that slop? Yo, it's so crazy, right? So crazy. I want to see your ankles. Say what? Ziggy is being a brat right now. Toma-chan is a girl. Great anime that Cassie would like. For real? I'm really excited for Crimson Desert 2. Also, Dawnwalker. Yeah, Dawnwalker definitely looks cool as well. For sure. Yo, it's Red says, I'm super hyped. Rolls eyes. Alright, can you take care of yourself, good brother? Yo, Hypnotic, what's up? Hypnotic says, I'm playing High Guard day one. Oh no! Oh no, why would you do this? But shout out to Nintendine. Because a lot of people were like
more like High Garbo.
High Garbo, yo. Appreciate the 2 Black Metal Gamer. A lot of people gassed themselves up into really believing that, the Nintendo Switch 2 is actually cheaper than the fucking SNES and NES games back in the day. The system and the games, blah, blah, blah. It's not that bad. Shut the fuck up. As you could see, currently as it stands, the Switch 2 is stalling in sales. It's not really, it had a crazy launch because you had the dick eaters that no matter what, they were going to buy it day one. It didn't even, you could have made it fucking double the price and they would have justified it because that's just how some dick eaters is, bro. It don't matter what the price is. They run it head first into a brick wall every time. It be like that, right? But now those people have been cycled out. And now you have the people that's like, yeah, I actually value my money, motherfucker. And they ain't biting. So it goes to show you could make all these excuses for how gaming is and pretend that somehow it is cheaper now than it was back then. But really, in the grand scheme of things, the average person ain't biting right now. They ain't biting like that. It is crazy. I was genuinely shocked to see how truly low like the sales were of consoles this past holiday. That said a lot. And that had a lot of people shutting the fuck up. So that's what it is. I appreciate Nintendo addressing this. Because it is major cope from a lot of these types that just annoy the shit out of me personally. So give them a like for that. Next up, we gotta get to some fun stuff. I actually wanted to cover this on Thursday, but I didn't get the chance to because, well, we covered a lot of different stuff on Thursday. Let's have a Ziggy segment. Ziggy, where you at, brother? Yeah, he ran off. I'll get him later. But I wanted to watch this on Thursday, but I didn't get the opportunity to. And
sometimes I look at a tomboy and think, damn, we can hang out and get a beer. Then I look again and think, damn, we could soak the bed sheets.
What the fuck? Are you good, brother? Yo, that's crazy. Boosh, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you, my guy. If they completely remade Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time, then I'd buy Switch 2. Aw, man, yo, Black Metal Gamer out here, like, yo, I'd simp for the right thing. I mean, I get it, bro. We all have our diehard games. Oh man, you guys really want Cage to wear a dress, bro? They've been after that shit for like almost a year now. They won't give it up. Anybody wanting to show off their bobas, send them to me on X at GDR. Oh my god. Yo, son, GDR, are you getting ready? I don't care if it's nice female tatas or man boobs. Send them. Yo, send GDR all of your guys' hairy tits. All right, send him all that shit. If you got hairs on your tits, send that shit immediately. Immediately. Yeah. Yo. Okay, no dress, maybe a bikini. No, sir. So, all of you to the gulag. Exactly, Drewski. All of you straight to the gulag. It's over. Don't worry, she's gonna have to wear a dress when she gets married. If she wears a suit, you know she gay as fuck, boy. Bro, I don't want to wear a suit either. I just want to be left the fuck alone. You first, Cage? Yo, son. Motherfucker. How dare you? How dare you? Yo, you wildin'. Holy shit. All right, so, you know how a lot of PlayStation fanboys, they will go to the fire to defend PlayStation, to defend being a fanboy. When it comes to Twitter, bro, they will do some of the most heinous shit to defend their brand, to defend their company, to defend their platform, right, to defend their community. But when you actually go watch, when you go watch these live streams where they talk about PlayStation gaming, bro, it's literally depressing. It's depressing. They are depressed. Basically all the stuff we say that they argue against on Twitter, all the stuff that we say on when we criticize PlayStation, all that stuff they actually eventually agree with. Maybe not initially, but sooner or later they actually agree with all the sentiments that we bring up for the most part, right? And it's so funny. It's so funny to watch these types like literally cope and see and mauled just for them to be like, yeah, this gaming shit actually does kind of suck right now. Fucking wild, bro. It never fails. So we're gonna watch this because I thought it was an interesting segment of discussion from this panel. And I do watch Porter Rock from time to time. Me and him ain't on the best terms because unfortunately Porter Rock got to get on his PlayStation Pony Defense Force on Twitter, and it gets ugly from there on out. But yeah, we got Porter Rock 77, 60 frames, no lag, Project Mara cancel, Steam Machines price point, and will Sorrow sell better than Returnal? So
All I can see is that what is it, CMM, whatever?
Yeah.
When he tried to use
I can't even make sense of what he's saying.
Oh man.
I guess he doesn't realize he's like giving everybody engagement. Like, okay,
No, CMM, he just came in crying.
I mean,
wah wah wah.
Oh,
I mean,
snap.
I hope whatever he games on, he's happy. That's all that matters, you know. You
Mm.
don't have to worry about what we're doing. Right? So like,
Yeah.
Series S.
I mean,
You know,
yeah.
you know, I saw it's comment in the chat. I'll just talk about it. So apparently the PS5 got jailbroken again.
Yeah,
What I mean
yeah.
by jailbroken,
Well,
another PlayStation. That's the thing. People don't realize every PlayStation gets jailbroken.
cope. It does happen. Look, that realistically absolutely does happen. PlayStations get jailbroken all the time. Eventually, like every other PlayStation, we're gonna be playing their games on PC. And that's what it is. And motherfuckers be hating on that stuff, like, bro, even though jailbreaking a PlayStation 5 does benefit PlayStation gamers themselves. You have more options of things you could do with your console. But the crazy defense and like arguments and like people really going at me for being excited to watch the next fucking PlayStation, all right, be breached, and the major step into getting jailbroken PS5s and letting their games be played on PC and whatever
What
have
up,
you, right?
biatch?
All that stuff is great. But it's crazy to see a lot of ponies be genuinely upset that PlayStation loses control, and with that control gives the player more control. This ain't jailbreak as much as we just got the keys to the castle. Yes, Aaron, facts.
Like,
Yeah.
like
What's
now,
up,
now
Linda?
everybody's like, it's the end of the world. I'm like, PlayStation, that's something Sony has never been able to stop.
Sean, you're muted, by the way. Yeah, I think.
Oh, you try to say something, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's-
yeah.
he
See,
said
by
quote, unquote.
technicality, and I think the only reason,
Cope. What the fuck is a technicality? It's like, oh, it's a technicality of they ain't get everything yet. No shit. We better watch Funnies tonight. We gonna watch Funnies.
the only way they can really hack it is by disk drive. That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
Yeah.
So it's
they
not
use
like
disk drive.
like
Oh my god, they don't know what they're talking about. They didn't do their research. They only like read headline titles and didn't actually like go to the source. Like when this happened, I brought you guys the source that like discussed all the details and the possibilities surrounding the breach, right? They didn't do none of that. It's their platform. They didn't do none of that. And this is why we run circles around ponies, my guy. They are the least knowledgeable gamers in the space. They think that they're entitled to everything that they get. And they don't do any fucking real research, bro. Yo, Lemonade, what's up? Piracy Hurt's my favorite corporation, even though I never get paid, and I'm on my knees and they're sore. Yeah. Unless you're getting paid by Sony or Microsoft, etc. Why do grown men still are still brand loyal fanboys? It's fucking weird. Absolutely, man. There is no real benefit to this. At this point, it's just like I don't want to say a handful of YouTubers, but like a good chunk of YouTubers in the space that built their entire their entire channels around these specific brands, and they gotta concede to talking that pony talk or brand loyalty talk, Nintendo talk, all that shit, right?
permanent hack. It's not a permanent hack, so I'm not even worried about that.
Why are you worried? Like, what the fuck do you care? Unless it's breaching into like your private information, which it doesn't. What do you care? Like, literally, we're going to be able to replicate booting a PS5 on PC. That's the important thing, right? But also, you're going to be able to do things with your PS5 if you so choose to. So there's that. So they're not concerned because they don't understand. They just live in ignorance.
Something about a PS2 game having firmware in a specific firmware. That's because PS2 doesn't have a hard drive, right? So the firmware of the OS has to be on the disk. And something about a certain particular game that you can do it to hack it or something. But I was like, but how does a PS2 run in?
Oh my god! Reminder ponies will do stuff like. I mean, to be fair, Devastator, there's always going to be those extremist weirdos in every community. But, it has happened, right? But that's not like a widespread thing. Like, as much as I disagree with Puerto Rock on a lot of shit, and as much of a pony as he is, I know for a fact Puerto Rock isn't going to do some shit like that. Because there's nothing that has led me to believe that Puerto Rock would go that out of character to send a private picture to a game developer, for example. So that's just, we have extremists in every community, sad to say, like extremist weirdos.
The PS5, right? So
it was a Star Wars racer game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then
Star
apparently now that game is going up in prices on eBay because of it.
Well, yeah,
Please go ahead and buy that game.
It's
Please
just
buy that
insane.
game.
It's just insane how quick
Take a
prices
chance.
goes up,
Yeah.
right?
Take a
But I
chance.
would say jailbreaking consoles, and now because I'm online, it's like literally. I don't think a lot of people really go for that. I mean, there's gonna be a few, maybe like really the
Yeah.
hardcore that's into that, and that's a small group. Because the reason why is jailbroken PlayStations just you won't be able to go online.
Yeah.
And a person who loves to play Fortnite is not going to jailbreak their console because then they lose access to all the online multiplayer, online access, online stores, you know. So all those things, a lot of people is just not gonna. And then the trophies, all that stuff, like almost all the things that by owning a PlayStation, all the services and features is
Yeah.
gone. Really, jailbroken is really you just want to steal games, right?
Yeah.
But it's not
Right.
easy
Because
to
there's no
steal
other
games
reason.
either.
Yeah.
There's no other reason to jailbreak the console. I know some people come up with other stuff. Oh, you know, I can have a digital clock or I could do my wallpapers. But I'm like, yeah, but you have a wallpaper, but you completely made your console. You rendered your console. All
Yeah.
those things that you normally could do, you can't do no more. The multiplayer, the trophies. So like jailbreaking consoles, like really lose its value because you lose so much. Like the olden days, like when PlayStation 2 was jailbroken, or even PlayStation 3, when they jailbroke it, you were still able to get online.
Yo, what's up,
You
LG?
still have most of your features and stuff like that. But I think with the 4, Sony was finding a way that, you know, if you jailbreak a console, they're not going to go after you legally because in the United States, you're allowed to jailbreak your devices. That's legal. You're just not allowed to steal stuff, but you are allowed to jailbreak any device. You can because it's your device. But
Oh man, they're very naive. They are quite naive. You know how many fucking people like have hacked trophies and stuff like that? You know what? You know that's a fucking thing. Like hacking trophies to get them all, stuff like that. Like you know how, bro. You're right, Aaron. They don't know. They don't know. Where there's a will, there is a way. Like they really think that there's rules to this shit. You can find a way around. You can find your way around the block. It's just how autistically dedicated are you to getting around that hurdle and finding a way. You can find a way. It's crazy how some of these like hackers, like or jailbreakers, like the stuff that they can do. Don't mind me. Just been busy diversifying my content. Hell yeah. But these people are not too bright. Yo, you're not lying. I think some people just talk shit so they have a YouTube channel. I mean, at the end of the day, we all talk a little shit, right? But these are like the PlayStation gamers. A lot of them like that don't want to fuck with PC at all. Like they tend to be very naive to like the possibilities. They just think in a box because they just default to their corporation of choice that keeps them in that box. So they don't think outside the box when it comes to that type of shit at all. Wait until these morons learn about retro achievements. Yeah.
Sony has in the terms of service that if you jailbreak your device, then you're no longer on the network due to security reasons. So that's how Sony's like jailbreak your PlayStation, but you're off the network. That's it. Your console.
Bro, like it's crazy that they think just because PlayStation said it, that means that these are the only rules and that there's gonna be no gray area. They pretend that no gray area actually exists on PlayStation. That's not. Oh man, they don't know, brother.
Won't be allowed on the network. You're gonna have to buy a new one if you want to remain on the network and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I
mean,
don't think jailbreaking.
Yeah. I mean, you lose so much for doing that.
I'm
right?
definitely not doing that shit. Fuck that.
There's no good reason. Yeah. It's
I
like
need
it's
all
not
my
like
trophies. Give me all.
it's not like when AT&T had the exclusive deal with the iPhones and you want to
Yo, welcome in, John Ford.
jailbreak it so you can use T-Mobile on it. But like, but it's like, but with the PS5, it's like with the PS,
I'm glad we're beyond those days because I'm glad the companies got rid of that. You remember those days? Like if you buy a specific phone, it only worked for that network provider. So if you bought an iPhone on Apple, I mean on AT&T, it worked nowhere else. Or if you bought an iPhone on T-Mobile, it only worked on T-Mobile, right?
Bro, they don't know that you could just. They didn't realize that you could just hack that shit. They didn't even realize it, bro. They've always. Yo, these are people that have always lived in a box. They never thought at any point to think outside that box, bro. Holy shit. Yo, shout out to Philip Morgan. He's been a member for 23 months. Holy shit. Thank you so much, my guy. He says cock and ball torture. All right, bro. All right, bro. And that's loser behavior. Unlocked is always king. Yeah. I haven't bought like every phone I've bought the past like 10 years was unlocked. These threes put trophies over actually owning your own games. Absolutely. I mean, even this one dude at the bottom here, like the dude that has the YouTube plaque, bro. Apparently, bro. First off, bro plays a lot of the bullshit fucking games to get a lot of the trophies, platinums that he has. But also, I hear that his YouTube channel is like 100,000 subs is illegitimate. So I've heard. So I've heard. I don't know. PlayStation is the Pepsi of systems. Oh shit.
Network. They stopped that. It's kind of pointless anyway. They were just hurting themselves.
Right. It costs the service provider a lot of money. Right? So that's why they stopped doing it. Yeah.
Like it's pointless. You know, if they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave. So don't worry about so much the people that are gonna leave your network. Worry about the people that want to come to your network. But now they can't because you won't accept their phone and phone number, right? But that's interesting and stuff. Oh yeah, so the Joe Broken PS5, nothing burger. People try to make it. I remember I seen tweets like, "Oh man, this is the beginning of the end of the PS5." I'm like, what?
I saw that.
I'm like, this is that's it. Chill. Ayo, well, it's the end. This is it.
Bro, it's crazy because they're just like, oh, there's no way that this is the case. But they didn't bother to even research what this breach even does. They have no idea. They just read some headlines like, oh, that's all the information I need to know. All right, bro. Like you did no. I did more research into your system being breached than y'all did for yourselves. Shovelware trophies is nasty work. Yo, son. Tampa Bay is so disgusting. Recently, PlayStation removed like 1,000 of those shovelware games. Dr. Pepper is still superior to Coke. Oh my god, Matthew. I'd rather accept that than motherfuckers saying Pepsi's better than Coke. Because at least Dr. Pepper has its own type of flavor. Damn, Cass got you in the gulag for 23 months, yo. Don't disrespect your son like that, Drewski.
It's over. I'm like,
okay.
I mean, you know that guy's a pirate. You know that guy pirates games when he says stuff like that because he's celebrating for all the pirates, right?
Of course. But like PS4 was jailbroken, and it's like some.
And so, who gives a fuck if he does? How does that pertain to you? Like literally, who cares? I don't give a fuck who steals games, pirates games, whatever have you. Who gives a? How does that affect me, motherfucker? Yo, Lois, what's good, my man? Spreads goon oil all over the chat, refuses to elaborate, leaves. Oh my god.
Some people didn't realize it was jailbroken. Like every PlayStation got jailbroken, even the PS3, all of them. There's just no stopping that. So
now we play PS3 games on PC, and those PS3 games look, and are better than they are on the PS3 itself. Like, honestly, they don't understand the concept of game preservation, why, like, it actually matters. They'd rather just games die on old hardware. They don't care. Because their corporate overlords tell them, hey, man, ignore that old shit. Only be interested in the new shit. That's literally what they're taught to believe. It's fucking pathetic.
Oh, but that's like, but again, you lose so much jailbreaking the PlayStation console that is like, is it worth it? You know?
Yeah, think about it, Sean.
For those that are worth it, it's a small few. It's
like Sean, how many games are on your account?
4,400 and something.
Jailbreak your console. See if Sony doesn't brick that shit.
Oh my god.
Oh nah.
400 games.
Yeah. I'm like 44. Yeah, 4,400 and something.
Bro, he got all this shovelware shit. Yo, like 1,000 of his games just got delisted from the PlayStation platform, yo. Yo.
Oh, fuck!
Yo.
Because, you know, I'm getting games every week. I'm getting new games every week. They send me
fuck off.
I'm sorry. It's part of my job. It's my job. I have to play the new games. I have to.
You gotta play the new shovelware slot. Yo. Playing Bloodborne at 4K 100 FPS on my PC. Fuck Sony fire. Yo, son, let's go, yo. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Scumbag behavior, yo.
This is wild, bro. This is
I'm
wild.
full time. I want him. I want him to join the club, man. I want him to join the club.
He's rooting for you, bro.
Look, I'm rooting for you to go and join the club, man. I'm rooting for you.
We eating out here. He's like, we eating out here. Like, you got Capcom, Square
Oh,
Enix. They just
yeah,
throw
but-
games at you.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do with yourself?
It gets
I wouldn't
overwhelming.
know what to do.
It gets overwhelming.
Yeah,
I
imagine
wouldn't
not
know what to
having
do either. Honestly,
Yeah,
I would.
do.
So when I got
confused, I wouldn't know where to start. Like, how do you start? Like, I wouldn't even know what to play.
Exactly.
Wait,
now you know how I feel now.
Yo, what does this do is YouTube? Oh my god, bro. Podorock doesn't even promote his panel. He doesn't even link his panel's fucking YouTube channels, my guy. God damn, son. Don't do none of that shit. Is 120 FPS good? Is 120 FPS good, my guy? That's what we want to see all the time. Is it good? That's a crazy question right there, good brother. The disrespect. Yo, I want to see this dude's channel. I be forgetting what the fuck his name is. Is Podorock so inept that his mic is set to left channel only? I know that his mic is fucked up. I don't think it's left channel only. Hold on.
Read your super chats real quick.
All right, let me get a super chat.
Great point.
Nah, it's not left channel only. I would see it on OBS if it was left channel only. Chat is gonna bust. Nuh-uh. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But no, to answer your question, no, Podorock isn't set to left channel only. His mic just sounds lower and muffled.
Good point.
Okay, the last one. Okay, we got Galaxy First. I give it a super chat. The Switch one was jailbroken in 2018. It survived. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's literally no. I mean, that's the point, but not necessarily in the favor of them, really. Like, the Switch 1 got jailbroken, and in fact, yes, it did survive. Did someone say bust? Oh my god. Like, literally, all of gamers got what they wanted with the Switch being jailbroken. People that played on the Switch still played on the Switch. All right, motherfuckers that literally are like, hey, Nintendo, until you bring your games to my platform on PC, I'm just gonna play your games on PC by other means. Right? So gamers won. That's a fact. Gamers won when the Switch 1 got jailbroken.
Probably going to be one of the best, the best selling consoles.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fine. It's fine. Good point. Thank you so much, Galaxy. You're right. Perfect time.
Absolutely right.
So next time I see a Nintendo guy, oh, PS5 is done. I'm like, was the Switch 1 done when it got jailbroken? Was the PS4 done when it got jailbroken? Like, come on, stop being desperate.
I mean, the problem is, it's like they don't understand. They lack the nuance. Like, it's done for you guys because all you guys do is like literally slobber all over PlayStation's knob, bro. That's what you guys live to do. So in your world, yeah, it's over for you. But in the grand scheme of things, more gamers are going to win because more gamers are going to be able to, first and foremost, preserve games in other ways, right? But also, there's like 2 fucking games that might not make it to PC platform that are on PS5. So literally, those games will be playable on PC and they'll look and play better. So there's that as well. Cassie has that sexy, sultry voice that makes it easy to finish. What? How? Literally, how? I sound like a retard. What are we talking about?
Like, there's a lot of desperation. I'm seeing
you guys are
2026
fishing
is
for
weird.
content. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of 2026 weirdness. That is like, maybe it was because I kind of like unplugged for a little bit, like kind of like stepped back a little bit, had my little December break, and now maybe it was always there and I didn't realize it, but now I'm realizing it. I'm like,
bro, no days off. No days off. We don't take breaks in December. Come on, bro. Yo, son. We don't take... Bro, the only reason I took a break is because I was sick. And y'all didn't want to see my sick, disgusting, snotty nose fucking ass on live stream. That's the only reason we take breaks around here. What are we doing? What are we fucking doing, man? Come on, bro. Fucking hell.
There's a lot of stupid shit being said on the internet, and I'm not even replying. I'm just like I saw a tweet from one of the Nintendo fanboys talking about Final Fantasy running better than the PS5 version. I'm like, I'm not even. You know what? I can't. I'm not even gonna entertain this bullshit.
Yeah, console gremlins across the board are fucking delusional. A lot of them. We're gonna play Code Violet on PC with mods. Yo, hey, are we good, bro? We ain't playing that shit, my guy. Oh my, yo, that'd be hilarious, dog. Like literally this year, fucking people are playing emulating PS5 just to play Code Violet and stick it to the motherfucking devs that were talking that shit. I'll play it out of spite, yo. I respect your gangster, brother. I respect the pettiness and the spitefulness towards these shitty game devs or these shitty corporations. All these guys got that 2012 Xbox 360 mic. Oh man,
Like,
come
this is
on.
just stupid now. This
One,
game's running
not
like
true.
at 900p at 30 frames.
God damn.
One, not true, and two is how many years old?
Yeah, and it's not like it's just like I can't like. This is even dumber than Xbox fam. At least Xbox fanboys use Xbox Series X to say games were running better, but the Switch too. Like, come on, bro. Like, like I could maybe understand saying that you were impressed with how the game is running. on the
Yeah,
Switch
right.
2 for I get like, yo, this game at 30 frames is actually running pretty well, given the hardware. Okay, I get that, but you're gonna come out and say better than the PS5? It's out.
I mean, honestly, I don't. Are we talking about Final Fantasy 7 2? What is it? Oh my god, the second game in the remakes of Final Fantasy 7, because that shit looked like ass even on PS5, bro. Dog. Yo, honestly, Final Fantasy games this generation just look so fucking mid. Like they try so hard to put in all those little extra like flashy things, but like the foundation of Final Fantasy games this generation just is awful. It's like melting. And so they try to like put sprinkles on a melting foundation and it looks awful. Yo, the only way that shit look good, like 7 remake 2. Yeah, it's called Rebirth. The only way that shit look decent, you gotta first off mod ultra wide support on PC, and then you gotta mod in the extra shit. Yo, Piranha Pal, what's good with you, fam? Like that's literally the only way that game looked good. Rebirth starts good but turns ass. Forced mini games for story progression is AIDS personified. Dude, I honestly, dog. See, so I like the first remake. I thought it was decent. It was like, to me, it was like a, I don't know, like a 7 out of 10, like a 6.5, 7 out of 10, in that general range. I liked it for what it was, right? It had its issues. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's a great game. It's very like middle ground at best, right? But I will say this, bro. When I started playing Rebirth, I was not feeling that shit at all. I felt like, dog, I was like, bro, I've been playing this game for 2 hours and I'm still doing tutorial shit after I already fucking started. I already beat Final Fantasy 7 Remake, the first game, on my PS4 Pro back in the day. And it's like, bro, I don't want to sit through all this tutorial shit, bro. Yo, C-Star, what's up? He said, just dropping by to say hi. I'm currently on my day off, spending time with my family, and we're eating out too. Oh, also, my nephew says hi. C-Star, that is awesome. Enjoy the time with your family. What's up to your nephew? Have an amazing day. And rest up, because I know that you do work hard, my guy. Take it easy, brother. But thank you so much for saying hi. I do appreciate that. So Lauren said, Kingdom Hearts 3 was such a letdown. For me, it made me hate my childhood. Damn. Don't let that shit hurt your childhood, bro. Like honestly, gaming for us was such a highlight for our childhoods. And I understand that Kingdom Hearts 3 was a massive fucking like letdown. But don't let it kill your childhood, my guy. Gotta mod out the yellow paint. To me, yellow paint doesn't bother me. It's more so like the games just don't look good. Like I used to be genuinely impressed with games running on a PS4 back in the day. That don't exist nowadays with a lot of these games. I appreciate the thumbs up, brother.
Outperforming the PS5. Oh my god. Like I can't. The level of stupid is just I can't do it. I'm like, I'm leaving that shit.
I mean, yo, in all fairness, a lot of you ponies do the same shit with PC versus PS5. Like, yo, it's just like whatever platform you stand, like y'all fanboys literally make the dumbest arguments to make your platform look better than what it realistically is.
In 2025. I'm not I'm like, yep, I'm just scrolling past. Keep it pushing. Let them
Just
be
trying to
dumb.
farm engagement. That's all it is. They're just
I
trying to
just
farm
can't. That's
engagement.
just dumb. That's just really dumb because it makes you look dumb as hell. Even when Nintendo guys like, hey, bro, you losing credibility on this one. I'm like, does he have credibility to begin with? But anyway, I digress on that one. Like, that's just stupid. Like, why are you gonna make yourself look dumb on
The Switch 2 is stronger than the Steam Deck. Stick with that battle.
Yeah, at least I would. You could say probably that, but it's crazy. I'm like, there's a lot of just dumb stuff, and I'll be honest. I'm getting tired of the Xbox guys cheering for PlayStation games on PlayStation. I mean, Xbox games on PlayStation, bragging about it.
They don't have anything else.
I'm like, bro, have some self-respect. You think if PlayStation gives you full slate of PlayStation games on Xbox, I'm like, look at that Xbox. You're finally playing real games. I'd be like, fuck this shit.
I mean, bro, you should be shitting on Xbox dudes for faking that, for basically lying and saying, "Oh, these PlayStation games is ass." Like they're like, dog. There's like, for example, I tried Horizon Zero Dawn right on PS4 back in the day. Hated it. I'm not playing Forbidden West on PC. Like, bro, I'm not fucking playing it. Like, I don't care. Right? If you was shitting on Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, and then those two games, like if you're an Xbox guy and you said those games are ass, and then you fucking they come to Xbox Series S and X and they buy them both and play them both and suddenly they like the games, like, bro, you should make fun of them for being lying sexist shit. That's what PlayStation dudes did. PlayStation dudes said, "Oh, that Halo, Gears, and Forza shit again and again for you Xbox guys. That fucking straight up ass regurgitated garbage, just for y'all to go buy it when it came to PS5. Like, come on, bro. You're gonna be called out for being a dishonest shill. You're a console gremlin. You are a dishonest shill console gremlin. Y'all was pretending to hate these games just because you couldn't play them. But then when you had the opportunity to play them, first thing y'all did was went out and buy that shit. You're being called out for literally being hypocrites. I know that it hurts you. Oh, you're getting tired of that shit. But literally, that's what's happening here. After replaying Ultimate Spider-Man last year, it made me realize how much Insomniac Spider-Man 2 sucked in every way except swinging and combat. Yeah, I feel that. And don't get me wrong, Ultimate Spider-Man was definitely a short experience, but it was very sweet. It was very, very short, but very fucking sweet experience for sure.
I'd be mad as fuck. I'd be like, fuck this.
Right? Like,
you ain't gonna have me brag about full sale.
Jed, what's up, my
I
man?
don't even do that for PC. I'm not out here talking shit about PC gamers. PC gamers finally playing greatness. Damn. I'm still hoping Sony shuts all this shit down.
Yes, because you literally have nothing to brag about. Your platform is boring as fuck if you can't brag about fucking exclusives. And exclusives are dead on PlayStation. That's why you're upset. That literally fucking Xbox dudes have lost the battle and they've accepted that. Like they're accepting that reality. Like the Xbox is not a platform to brag about. Exclusives aren't something to brag about. Like they've conceded to the reality that that's, at least for the most part, most of them, that is the case. The last remaining few got made fun of into oblivion, and then now they're trying to become PC gamers, and I hope that they fail at it because fuck them. PlayStation players love Xbox games. They just hate the Xbox console. Absolutely. But here's the problem, Killiston. A lot of them were shitting on those games just because they couldn't play them on their console. And that's where we make fun of them for being liars and hypocrites, right? Sony basically winning by disqualification at this point, yo. But yeah, that's why y'all don't brag about PC dudes playing y'all's games, because you're upset that you can't brag about other gamers not being able to play the games that you like, that you claim to like.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna cheer on this plan. Like, hell no, it doesn't benefit.
Shit, PlayStation dudes be dick eating the games that come out on their platform, but then when the game comes out on PC, all of a sudden that game ain't that good no more. Yo, there's such hypocrites all the time.
I get no benefit from this playbook.
Actually, Rock, did you notice? I'm not sure if you well versed in the YouTube, news channels and everything, but I'm starting to notice that a lot of PC channels are now starting to say that, oh, what is the point of getting a PlayStation? What is the point of getting a PlayStation 6? I can get all of these games on the PC, and or eventually, right? And to that, I say, to PlayStation, well, if you fuck around, you find out.
I agree. Listen, PlayStation, Sony's swearing that they have data and that PC and console don't correlate. And I'm like, have you did anyone bother to check Xbox and see how well putting games on PC turned out for them? It didn't make things better for their console. So I don't know what data. Like sometimes you could be.
Bro, motherfuckers were not buying Xboxes. Even here's the reality, right? PlayStation dudes want to bring up this reality right now because they're trying to use Xbox as a means of trying to convince PlayStation to stop putting their games on PC. The reality is that people were not buying Xboxes even before Xbox games came to PC. That's the reality. Even before the Xbox games came to PlayStation, people were not buying Xbox Ones like that. Xbox is making more money now than during peak Xbox One. And is that removing? Is that by removing the Activision Blizzard King shit? Because they're making a lot of money. They're absolutely making a lot of money, right? That's not even debatable. They're making a lot of money, but they're doing a lot of that with mobile gaming. Why doesn't Porter Rock get a new mic? It's been years since the thing blew up. Here's the thing. This is a new mic. This is the one that he's using right now is a new mic. He just doesn't know how to work the software. And to be fair, I've been there. I don't really know how to work microphone software too well either. But I got some help, and my mic does sound better than it used to. At least in my opinion. I think you guys could tell. But you guys could definitely tell better than me. He needs to configure the mic yet. He needs some serious help. The problem is ponies don't know any of this shit. Like I can go to a PC guy, like literally, oh no, it's Alex, help me fix my microphone quality a good bit. Because he understands. Like he knows how to work PC software, he understands that. None of his friends can help him. They don't know anything about that shit. PlayStation dudes don't learn any fucking thing. Yours is way better. I don't want mine to be better than Porter Rock's because Porter Rock's is like the worst. You know what I mean? It's like PlayStation dudes that say that PlayStation 5 is better than the Xbox One. Meanwhile, they just say Xbox is dead all the time. Well, if your console is better than dead, that doesn't mean that your console is doing good. Like that, like just because my microphone quality is better than Porter Rock's doesn't mean that my microphone quality is good. When like literally Porter Rock's is like the worst of the worst, right? Porter Rock could ask Alex and he would without hesitation. I mean, Alex has offered him plenty of advice on what to do, and I think Porter Rock has taken some of that advice, but he literally has no idea how to work the software. Like, I think he's tried, like, Voice Meter Banana. He doesn't know how to do it. Like, he's struggle busting for sure, 100%. But, what was I gonna say? Xbox is making more money now than during peak Xbox One, which is what matters. It does matter, but also there's stipulations as to why that's happening. My thing is, if you kind of take away the phone game bullshit that they've gotten, are they making more money? I would like to know, because I want to know the truth. Like, is it 100% a fact that them putting these games on PlayStation and Xbox and PC, excuse me, for Xbox, is that making them way the fuck more money than otherwise? Like, because I want to see what the true numbers are. They are making more money. That's a fact. But I want to see, like, if you take away that mobile gaming shit, is it the same? Is it the same case? Why it's happening is because they expanded their consumer base. Yes. But my thing is, like, when you include mobile gaming into shit, it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? But definitely, they are objectively making more money than they otherwise would have, by putting their games on other platforms. That is a fact. A lot of people are trying to make, like, even PlayStation dudes are making this argument. It's mostly PlayStation dudes making this argument. Oh, Xbox should go back to having exclusives, so that they can sell their console. And it's like, motherfucker, you didn't buy their console when their games were exclusive. You're the very same people that chose to withhold. So literally, you're a living embodiment of that won't work. You dumb motherfucker. Like, you can make that argument if you want to, but you literally proved Xbox One generation that you ain't buying a fucking Xbox for their exclusives. So stop lying. It's crazy, bro, the amount of fucking cope with these guys.
Biased on the data you want to use, because there could be also some bias. Like if your goal is to make more money off the sales of games and you want to put it on PC, then okay, then just say that. But don't come up with bullshit. I think it's bullshit. Them saying, "Oh, we have data where the PC doesn't impact console sales," and then you look at Xbox and you could clearly see it did. It really did not do like Microsoft putting games day and date on PC, Game Pass, like literally fully supporting PC day and date along with their consoles. It did nothing for their console. It really hurt their console. It hurt their image. It hurt everything. And as much as Xbox fans tried to say that it's a Microsoft ecosystem, that ecosystem shit doesn't really sell. It's just it really.
It literally makes money. Like, the entire ecosystem point is so that literally it's the console itself is not the end all be all. To PlayStation dudes, console sales is the end all be all. That's all they talk about. That's all they care about. Literally, what they're doing is establishing that the console is not the end all be all. That's the entire fucking point. like literally, if you continue to go down this rabbit hole of the console is the end all be all for your platform isn't gonna it isn't gonna grow. PlayStation dudes are still arguing on this point, and it's like, it's sad, it's pathetic. It isn't just that the titles that are specifically licensed by Microsoft or Sony have stipulations on what they are allowed or supposed to produce. What do you mean by that? I have an Xbox Series S. It's pretty cool. It is the most expensive doorstop I own. Yo. Yeah, I never saw the point of buying a Series S because, like, I can't watch my movies on there. So I have an X. I watch my 4Ks on there. They talk like they're investors or shareholders. They just talk against, like, their own best interests at the end of the day, more often than not. It's so sad to see, but it's true. Sony and Microsoft have agendas, independent gaming companies don't. I mean, yes, I get where you're coming from. There's a lot more, like, it comes to the point where if you're a publicly traded company, it's like your points are like, oh, like the things that you have to do is more like a web, like you're casting a web out in a bunch of different directions than an independent company Yeah, for sure. But I will say independent companies can also be on some fuck shit too. Series X is a good streaming device. I have a Series X. Yeah, I have. Well, I have a multiple Switches. I have a Series X and 2 PS5s. So, that's where I'm at. Bunch of ceiling bird enthusiasts trying to sound smart. Yeah, they're fucking. These dude, bro, ponies are really like what was the expression that I used earlier? Like literally the other day. They're like a fucking. They are the equivalent of having an eagle's beak with a sparrow's ass. Like that's just how they are, bro.
Diminish the brand identity, right? It also you could tell kind of took away priority from the console because more and more Microsoft kept putting more and more priority in the PC side than their own console. We clearly saw that, so it doesn't help. You know, Sony. I think they're just
Every example that they're bringing up, the Xbox One experienced the same shit before like Game Pass even existed, before they started making games on multiple platforms. Like a lot of these same issues that they're bringing up already existed.
using finance bias. They want to make more money off the first party games, so they're going to be biased on the data they want to use to justify to make that decision. But me personally, maybe it's too simple, but if you can play your games on another device, that hurts your device. Because I guarantee,
Good.
if Nintendo decided to say, "Hey, we're putting Nintendo games on PC," that would hurt the Switch.
Yeah, you didn't see what they're.
It would absolutely hurt the Switch.
But would it hurt the sales of the games? Would it hurt the franchises? Would it hurt Nintendo's franchises if more people had the opportunity to play their franchises? Bro, every choice has its stipulations, bro. Nothing is perfect. Right? Yes. I like it make it way easier to not buy a Switch 2 if Switch 2 games were available on PC. 100%. But at the same time, too, I'm not here going out of my way to buy a fucking Switch 2. I have yet to buy one because of how fucking awful it is.
You didn't see what they're trying to say this year or this week that Horizon sold 5 million copies. Like, okay.
On the PlayStation,
Yeah.
I think it did well, but I don't think it did 5 million.
Not 5 million.
Yeah, but I think it did well. But I would say if Nintendo announced their games going on PC, that hurts their platform because like now you can play the best version of Nintendo games on powerful rigs, and you don't even really need an all that powerful rigs because you just need something better than the Switch 2 to enjoy better performance. And then if you want to talk about the portability aspect,
but you like see here, these guys don't understand what emulation is. But like, bro, if you have strong IPs that are well taken care of, that are well respected by the companies that own the IP, right? Like a Nintendo. This is literally the opposite of what Xbox has done. Xbox's problem is that they whore out their IPs and have diminished the importance of their IPs because their games suck. Like, bro, fucking Halo games have been awful, right? Gears games have fallen off, right? The only strong IP they have is Forza. That's why Forza went on to sell insane fucking like insane numbers on PS5 because the brand is strong. The brand, the IP and the brand is strong. It's when they let the IP and the brand fall short. Like fucking Master Chief was the main dude for Xbox, right? He was the main dude. Halo was the premier franchise for Xbox, and it fell off hard. That's why there's the lack of interest. There's this insane lack of interest. Literally, the Switch 1 getting fucking jailbroken and being emulatable on PC did not hurt the Switch 1 at all. The Switch 1 still sold gangbusters. There was still a reason for the Switch 1 to exist. They can't fucking sit here and make these arguments, bro. There's so many holes in the argument.
Well, now you got portable handhelds too that you can play those games on. You know, the
Facts,
Rogue
Boosh.
Ally, the
Fucking
Lenovo
TV
Legion
show. I never
Go, the
watched it,
Claw,
thankfully.
and some of those are better specs than the Switch 2. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would I play this game
Yo,
on the Switch
Just
2 when
Us,
I
what's
could go?
up?
You know, it absolutely would hurt the device. So you can't tell me putting the game on another platform doesn't hurt your platform. Like, so Sony's really on a, you know.
The Switch One makes goes against your argument. Platforms were being destroyed and harmed before we ever got to this point. The Xbox One says hello.
You know, but what's interesting, they still haven't put Astrobot on PC.
I don't think they will.
And I want to see how long it takes for them to put Ghost of Yotai. That's really I'm interested. I could kind of understand why they didn't want, you know, if they do decide not to put Astrobot on PC, maybe because it's a mascot. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
But
centered around the DualSense, so it's like you're not gonna put that
doesn't
on.
the DualSense work on PC?
It does, but
Or
I
that
don't
as
think they
well?
put it on. I don't think they put that on like Nintendo or anything. You know what I mean?
Okay, but I'm talking
Like
about
I don't
PC.
think.
Not so much
I
Nintendo.
don't.
Yeah, Nintendo. Yeah,
So
I'm talking about
PC.
PC.
Yeah, I don't think they would because like it's centered around the console and the controller. So it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna have a PS5 hardware pretty much advertising on PC. The same reason why I don't see why they would want a PS5 controller floating around the Nintendo Switch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's just my thought. I don't think they'll
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
But
We got 80 likes, baby. Hit the like button. We gotta get 200. We getting there.
Ghost of Yotai will probably be a year after Legends comes out.
When does Legends come
I
out?
can see that.
They said sometime this year, but I don't think it'll be for a
That's a
while.
long time. That's a long
It
time.
is.
They say
I already got the platinum on that. Like, what the fuck?
I thought there was. Yeah, I thought this.
Huh? Bro, like, these dudes, yo, ponies, bro, a lot of these ponies, bro, they did not fucking play games, like, during PS3 generation, or, like, some early PS4 generation games. Bro, they act like getting a platinum now is so difficult. Motherfucker, you were not trophy hunting during PS3 days. Oh my god, I already got the platinum on that. That's gonna be a long time before. Bro, platinums in fucking PlayStation games are fucking easy now. They don't even have difficulty. They mandated it at PlayStation that you cannot, if you have a PlayStation, you know, with it, if you're a PlayStation game developer, right? Like Sony Entertainment, whatever fuck, right? If you make PlayStation's games, you cannot have a difficulty trophy. They mandated that. So in-house, if you're fucking working for Sony and making PlayStation quote unquote like exclusives, you cannot have a difficulty trophy anymore in your game. Crazy, bro. It's really like being like, oh, I already got the platinum on that. That don't mean shit no more, bro. That
Sony
literally
upper
nothing.
management, you know, like this is after they named the CEO and then kind of pushed aside Herman Hulst back down to the creative role.
Yeah, the first party owner. He's no longer
right.
CEO. He's back down to just first party.
Yeah. I thought they I mean, it was insinuated, right, that they are going to look a lot more carefully at converting single player games over to the PC side. So I would not be surprised if they don't do it anymore because it just seems like the data has shown them that, you know, it's not worth it, right? So because God of War didn't really sell that well and Spider-Man didn't do that well, relatively speaking. It didn't bring in bigger numbers. Right. So
I know they pushed around. I saw the number 1.5 billion pushed around, you know, for PC, but that's over 5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Over 5 years, 1.5 billion. And I know 1.5 billion is 1.5
billions
billion,
of install base they brag about. That come on.
Yeah. And I know 1.5 billion is a lot of money, but there's things that I mentioned that are intangibles that people don't talk about. Like out of the 1.5 billion and the effort to put all these games on PC, how much labor did it take? And did that labor slow down the pipeline of game creation for the console?
You are coping
Nexus is porting these games, bro.
accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething.
Every time, bro. Every fucking time.
so hard. Coping and seething.
It never fails with these dog shit ass arguments every time. They're literally genuinely dishonest arguments at this point. The bulk of port development is either from, hired help through other means. Basically, other developers are doing these ports. Nexus handles the bulk of fucking PC ports, and then they also outsource to other companies. Do some developers over at PlayStation do some work? Absolutely, but that doesn't happen consistently. That does not happen consistently, and really that tends to happen when the hired help fucks up, right? And that's why you should actually not hire dog shit companies to port your games. Like was it the plant? What the fuck? Who did the port for Naughty Dog? Because Naughty Dog had to oversee that port, and it turned out ass because the main people that were developing that were porting The Last of Us Part 1 were incompetent as shit. And they're notorious for being incompetent as shit. Yo, Dungeon, what's good, fam? But that's the thing. The bulk of development time is handled by literally other developers that don't make first-party new games for PlayStation. So, like, can we stop with these blatant fucking dishonest, like, arguments? They're old. His volume is low. What do you say? So he basically said that, unfortunately, Porterrock's audio is so much lower than everyone else's here. But he's making the argument that that how much development time is being taken away from actual PS5 games in order to make these ports for PC. Was it Bluepoint? No. It's Iron Galaxy. That's who did the port for The Last of Us Part 1. Iron Galaxy did that, and they're notorious for being awful at doing port jobs, yet they still get work. Funnies have never been honest, though. You ain't lying. The Sony thinks they Nintendo or some shit charging full price years late. Yeah. There's so many reasons why PlayStation is literally missing out on free money. Because they won't go day and date with their exclusives, quote unquote, like timed exclusives, because they have to give PS5 owners a false sense of, well, you're special. You get this first. Like, they literally have to have that for these pathetic fucking losers. So that's the thing. When you put the game out like a year or 2 years later, you fall out of the hype cycle for the game. You fall out of the promotion cycle for the game. And yes, we're not paying like higher prices for your game, so we'll just wait for sales, right? And so with that, yeah, you're literally losing out on free money because you need to literally like fondle the balls of pathetic console fanboys. Because the mass majority of actual PlayStation gamers do not give a fuck if PC gamers are playing alongside them day one. They don't care, because guess what? They're having that experience right the fuck now too. Literally, all it is PlayStation fondling the balls of a super minority of losers that really cry about this shit.
Because, like, for example, Nix's is supporting effort, but they never did.
It should have been a deleted level of Mario Galaxy, Tiger.
Okay.
So whatever game Nix is ported, they still have the main developers with them. So like, Spider-Man or The Last of Us, Returnal, the development studios, at least a portion of the development studio was part of the port. I can understand maybe if Nix's did everything 100% themselves, but that wasn't the case. So you got the main developers also making games on PC, so that means they're not.
The reality is doing these port jobs is really cheap. So they're going to continue to do them. It's literally in their best interest to make more money. Porting games is not really that expensive. The amount of money that they make, they don't even have to sell many copies to actually turn a profit. And especially with how insane these development, like the actual cost to make these games. yeah, the port job is literally the least of the issues in regards to money versus profit. See, we can make these arguments all day, every day. It's almost like PlayStation gamers don't really have much to brag about. They're not very happy, so they want to basically piss in other people's cereals.
On the work of their PS5 game. So how did that slow down the pipeline of PS5 games? New PS5 games being made.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would imagine I would look at that over the course of 5 years, and I will also factor in, hey, we did this, and these were the successes, but it came at a cost. It slowed down pipeline of our own internal games by 30% because we had to allocate personnel to these ports. So the question is that something? I'm just making up numbers,
Yeah,
but
literally.
if it's proven that the pipeline of first party games slowed down because the personnel were busy making ports and they weren't able to get back on the project until they were done with the port, is Sony willing to accept that risk of slower pipeline of games just to make a PC port? Right? Maybe if it sold 5, 6, 7 million, but most of these games haven't. Most of these
that's a good
games were
point
like
because
1 million, 2 million.
Insomniac creative directors are very hands-on.
What's crazy to me is that like there's so many other things that are slowing down development time. So many other things, like for example, Neil Druckmann deciding to go to do fucking TV shows, right? I think literally a thing that's slowing down like the actual release of some of these games is the TV shows themselves, movies, television shows, stuff like that. Where's the consistent complaints about that? Y'all dick eating the TV shows. They're blaming PC for the lack of games. Yeah, because they literally can't accept that PS5 just sucks dick this generation. It is what it is. When is he going to mention tariffs? I don't know, my guy. Oh man, it's so sad and pathetic. It's so pathetic.
Right, they're focusing on one game at a time. So that's actually a really good point. They might just they couldn't make something else when they're assisting Nexus, right? So or super overseeing it, right? So anyway,
yeah. So it's a balancing of priorities, right? And when your main priority is the console, and you tell them, hey, it's going to take longer for us to release this game because we were busy porting the PC version, is that something Sony Publishing is willing to risk and continue to do? Or are they going to be more like, all right, Astrobot, we don't want you to port a PC because we want you working on this new title, right? What's the studio's name? Asobi? So Asobi could be like, we could work on the port for the PC version, or we could just get on the new game, but we can't do both. So what's Sony's decision? The port or work on a new game and get that new.
I don't think Asobi's issue. I don't think the issue with Astrobot not coming to PC is any of what they're saying. That's literally just just fucking hogwash. Really, in order to have the true experience with Astrobot, you need to have a DualSense controller. That's really what it is. And will the experience be the same without a DualSense controller? I don't think so. I don't think so. So to get, not only would you have to essentially get people to like buy a DualSense, or you'd also have to make an alternative without the DualSense, and I don't think that it's going to hit as well. So that's really more so the issue with the game. You might like basically there's a limitation just off rip to how many people can buy the game, because a lot of PC gamers are going to default to their own controllers or mouse and keyboard, whatever have you, right? So that's not even an issue on why Astrobot has not been ported to PC. There's a chance that it won't be, just because if the experience is lesser to somebody that's playing on whatever they choose to play on, then it's like, that kind of would suck, Here's the thought: special edition DualSense that comes with an Astrobot code for Steam. That would be cool. But the reality is there would be you would have a lesser experience overall, probably more often than not. Because I don't really see too many PC dudes buying a DualSense for their PC. I think the DualSense is actually a really, really good controller. Besides the fact that they take a beating and take massive L's in the short term. But in terms of comfortable, controller, I think that DualSense is actually a really good one. But you don't really see too many PC dudes on average going out of their way to buy a DualSense in order to play games on their PC. It just doesn't really happen very much. So I use mine all day for Helldivers 2. Hell yeah, Aaron. But I still think that generally speaking, you're more than likely in the minority. But shout out to you. Get more people buying the hardware you actually profit off. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool if they did do that, like encourage people. Like if you actually want to sell your hardware, what hardware you can sell to PC gamers. Yeah, it'd be cool if you actually marketed a controller for Astrobot to PC gamers specifically. Absolutely. That's probably why Gravity Rush won't come to PC. It's due to how much they use the controller in Infamous Second Son. I mean, yeah, I think that they're fucking lazy when it comes to shit like that for sure. They definitely don't want to make alternatives. And Infinite Second Son would be the easiest one to make an alternative with, because it's not like literally you use like the DualSense touchpad just for the the tagging turfs bullshit, which is kind of gay, but other than that, other controllers are X input natively. That's the reason why the older, better Xbox controllers sold so much better. Didn't turn off vibration. But yeah, like the argument that Porter Rock is making is not even the main issue with Astrobot specifically. And he is making numbers up that I'm sure not really actually accurate at all. I mean, like he admits to making those numbers up, but I feel like they're purposely being like skewed to sound nasty when I really don't think that's a big issue at all.
New game in the pipeline so we could get it out in time. That might be, those type of decisions, right? Some of the bigger studios might handle it a little bit better, like Insomniac. I think they're a very big studio and they have a very good system. They've done very well. Maybe Naughty Dog, but Sucker Punch, they're one team development studio. So like, if they're developing the PC version, they're not going to be working on a new game, or they have the normal staff to start. So that's why I said PC ports aren't to the advantage of us console owners because we get nothing out of it. And I know.
Yo, it's crazy because the main problem with PlayStation this generation is that they decided to make a bunch of live service garbage. And the mass majority of it, like fucking more than half of it had to get scrapped off rip. Like, bro, Days Gone devs are gonna go an entire generation without a new game release. Because they were put to make a live service game in order to please Daddy Sony. Like, oh, if we make this live service game and it pops off, Sony's not gonna scrap us. And now because that shit got scrapped, now they're gonna have no release this entire generation. That absolutely sucks because, bro, you could have had a Days Gone 2 or you could have had a new single player game, and I think that Sony Bend are I think they're a good development team. I think they have the potential to be a great one. But they got put to do live service garbage and that flopped before it even came to market. And now they're going to have no game this gen. Shit like that. One tentpole title a year strategy is terrible. Absolutely. It's like literally what the fuck is the point? Like, bro, there's no reason why every PlayStation dev studio that they own can't have at least 2 games come out this generation. Insomniac showed you that it could be done. They literally released like fucking 4 games already this gen. Some shit like that. Like, insane. There's no reason why Naughty Dog, why Sony Bend, etc., can't have 2 brand new titles every generation, at least. No reason. The PS5 is just a lobotomized PC. Yo, that's a fucking banger, bro. The PS5 is just a lobotomized PC. It's a fucking crypto server blade. Yo. They put all their eggs on Concord. Yeah, like Sony's problem is that they spent all generation making garbage. PC isn't even like Bro, PC is not even an issue. They just decided to be on some fuck shit.
No, people want to say the sale of the game.
Yo, I'm just letting you know, Aaron, I'm stealing that from you. I'm stealing that from you and taking it to Twitter, my guy.
Will help fund new games. I'm like, no, the sale of the game on PlayStation helps fund new games. The sale of the PC version goes to the pockets of shareholders because that's extra change. That's extra sales beyond the console. The whole point of that's for profitability.
Yes, and to expand their brand, to expand their games, to create more. Even PlayStation themselves have said their strategy behind this, and their strategy is retarded because it makes zero sense. But their strategy is to create new PlayStation fans, and their hope is to get them to come to PS5. But the reality is the PS5 is a lobotomized PC, so PC players aren't going to go to PS5 after playing a PS5 game on their PC. So it isn't 1993 anymore. Missed one game, boosted the sales of CD-ROM in the home. Those days are long gone. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to steer PC games with exclusives to come to PS5. You're not going to steer them with putting your one game on PC and then getting them to buy a PS5. It don't work that way. Either you bring the games to them or they don't give a fuck.
So I don't think Sony, maybe the live service games, outside the live service games, because I think the live service games, they are relying on multiple platforms for the success of the game. But I think the single player games, they're probably relying on PlayStation to make it a success and PC.
Yo, man, what's up, brother? Miss any serious news besides Rockstar HQ exploding? It seems as though the Rockstar HQ situation isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, it was an explosion and whatnot, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like things were under control shortly after. So, but hope you're doing well, man.
Change that goes directly.
Been at the gym working out? Hell
into
yeah.
shareholders. That's my guess. So they're using PC as that extra bag for themselves, while the PlayStation, maybe on a case by case basis, maybe some games need a PC help, maybe, I don't know. But I think if it only makes sense to me that this is more about profits than it is about getting more money for future game development. I think the PlayStation and what it does in and of itself on its
that's bro. It's always about profit first and foremost. Like, what are we talking about, my guy? Like, that's always first and foremost. What happens? Somebody put foil in a microwave. Bro, I'm having to boost my audio when Porter Rock talks because his microphone keeps getting lower and lower. So I'm trying to, fucking keep his audio, in the same realm as the other, podcasters' audio because his audio is too low. PC made Helldivers a hit, so the argument doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, literally, this is all just cope right now. The main point, first and foremost, is to make money for shareholders because you're not a private company. Like, literally, PlayStation is a publicly traded company. That's what they have to do first and foremost. Make profit for the shareholders. It's not Steam, my guy. Y'all wish y'all was Steam so fucking bad, but you're not. It's different rules when you have a private company versus a publicly traded company. They give a fuck about you if anything lasts. You good, Cass? I was referencing the explosion audio. Oh, I thought you were talking about Porter Rock audio. I thought you were referencing that Porter Rock's audio sounds like somebody putting tin foil in a microwave.
Oh, fuck!
Yo. Yo. I was saying I was boosting his audio to sound louder. I thought his audio was sounding crazier because of that. But where's the funnies? We about to get to that. We're not gonna have as many funnies, but we're gonna have funnies.
its own funds games. PC increases profitable margins for the shareholders. And they're not going to use that money for future game development, except for the live service strategy, because that is part of their strategy.
Yo, as much as ponies like to pretend that they understand business, they don't. Well, it does. Porter Rock's audio is horrible. I'm trying my best, my guy. I really am. I'm doing editing in motion. I'm doing editing to his audio in fucking motion to boost his audio to sound louder because he sounds so fucking low. I don't have funnies because nothing is funny to me right now, and I understand that, man. And I'm sorry about that, bro. And I love you too, brother. I can still hang out in Discord with y'all one of these days. Hey, whenever you feel like coming around and hanging out with us, you're more than welcome to. And if you don't want to, I understand. Whatever works best for you. Obviously, we'll accommodate you whichever way we can. Yo, what's up, Alice? Hope you're doing well.
But I think the PC strategy is just increase profits. We won't see that for future game development. The money that gets earned on the PlayStation 5 platform, the games live and die on PS5 platform for the single player games and stuff like that. You know, that's just my thoughts. Like I said, I don't buy into the whole. People try to sell me that story. I'm like, I'm not buying that story where I get the benefit of the PC sales. I get nothing out of that.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about what you benefit from. Not even PlayStation themselves. They don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you whether you benefit or not. Fuck you. Like, I benefit, bitch. That's the whole point. More gamers benefit. Not necessarily you benefit more, but more gamers benefit. So fuck you and what you benefit from, sucker. You already bought into it. I bought into the PS5 too, so I'm right there with you. But I benefit because I get to play your games where the fuck I want. Yo, it's crazy, bro. Like, it ain't about you. Literally, if you want it to be about you, then get it involved in a platform that's that is privately owned. Until then, it's not about you. It's about their suits and ties, brother. Have fun with that coat.
At best case scenario, nothing happens, which I don't think that's the best case scenario because I have a feeling some development studios are taking longer making their games because they had to put in the time to port.
I have a feeling. I have feelings. All right, I'm just making an excuse here because I hate PC and I hate my games on PC. So I'm just gonna pretend that this issue is more important and needs to be addressed more than all the other issues that Sony has made from themselves.
They had to put in the personnel. It is what it is. I think that's all the topics. Unless you guys want something to talk about, I think we covered everything.
No.
Let me see. One more super chat.
Super chats. Yeah.
Glinzer, Xbox guys. He's quoting Xbox guys. The Xbox guys are saying you ponies wouldn't have new games without Xbox. PS guys, without your sugar daddy parent company, you wouldn't exist. That's not a lie. Xbox is only around because it was backed by $1 trillion company.
Bro, they're fucking.
You saw how fast Google, and that was a big company too. But you saw how fast they dumped Stadia.
Yeah.
Microsoft would have, any other company would have dumped Xbox One and not even bothered with a new generation. Xbox One would have been the last console for that.
You got Xbox content creators saying that they might not even make another console or another hardware.
Probably not. It takes a lot of effort to build your fan base, and then you gotta have more.
Yo, it's crazy how much louder everyone sounds than Porter Rock, bro. Yo, son, you need to fucking boost your audio. Holy shit. If it be through Discord itself is something, god damn. The only thing PlayStation cares who benefits is their pockets. They know these suckers are already trapped in their ecosystem. Exactly. It's not even, bro, the game is more intricate now than it has been before, but the same rules still apply. It's just that there's more intricacies. They try to lock you into an ecosystem. Absolutely. 100%. And a lot of people fall for it. That's why a lot of people still fuck with PlayStation, even despite PlayStation introducing really expensive online practices, making games more expensive. Like they just locked in. They in it for the long haul. Console producers used to understand why. Understand they were a lost leader. Yo, what's up, Ramblin'? All the Xbox issues are due to their parent company. I would say the mass majority of it, absolutely. I would say the mass majority of it. I think Phil Spencer is also a major issue as well. I think Phil Spencer was an issue. He plugged a hole in the back of the Titanic, in the front of the Titanic, just to make a hole in the back of it, bro. I can understand phones and banking, but it's not hard to leave gaming ecosystem as a consumer for the most part. Even the smallest of like basically I don't know, bro. For me, it's not a issue because I have games everywhere, so I can escape easily. Yo, what's up, Fox Hills? What's good, my man? But a lot of these dudes don't have a library anywhere else.
Effort. You gotta be more patient than 18-month contractors, and yeah. So I don't think I think
Hello,
as a public
Key,
traded
what's
company,
up?
they look at their stock prices and they just go, let's shed some weight. And that's pretty much it. Like look at a family line of products, and this one is not bringing in the money, and in fact, it's burning our money. So it's gone. Yeah. So sucks.
Quentin Roundtree, thank you for the super chat. He says, so with porting to PC, not
Shout
many
out, Quentin.
people from the main studio actually does supporting. It's mainly one or two from the main studio to oversee the porting. What Nixon says in interviews. Okay, I gotta pay. You know what? I gotta look into.
Yo, P-Rock got corrected by his own audience, bro. Bro, the super chat right there, bro. Look at that shit. Right there. Corrected by his own audience, bro. Yo, P-Rock had to hold that. So with the porting to PC, not many people from the main studio actually does supporting. It's mainly one or two from the main studio to oversee the porting, what Nexus says in interviews. Yo, son. Yo, shut the fuck down. You got shut the P-Rock got shut the fuck down. Yo. Hey man, I at least appreciate that he didn't fight him. Cause yo son, if it was Reforge would have fought his own audience until he fucking banned them from chat. So I give P-Rock that. Laura Fryer is a good channel for a view into the downfall of Xbox from the inside. I agree with that because there's definitely a lot of interesting information. I do watch Laura Fryer when I can. But if y'all want to recommend more of her videos, then we'll probably have them for Tuesday streams. Yo, man, thank you so much for the 37 months, my guy. It says 37. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck!
I love y'all. PlayStation bashing and all. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Much love to you too, brother.
To Nix's interviews. I gotta figure this out. But thank you, Quentin. Thank you for the information. Hopefully, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's not a lot of people. Maybe it's just maybe one or
It literally, like, it's crazy. It is insane that literally PlayStation games ending up on other platforms is like the least detrimental in terms of every fuck up. Like in terms of all the fuck ups PlayStation has like stepped into, literally porting games is not the issue at all. Like it's such like it does not take away from game development time. And if it does to even the smallest extent, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Because more people are getting to play those games and you're making more money. Yo, they're gonna have to do. Yo, son, y'all just gonna have to hold that L, bro. Y'all, they want to expand. They're a publicly traded company. They have to continue to make more and more money every fucking quarter. That's how that shit is. PS5's attach rate is horrid. I mean, console attach rates in general are just not that good. It's like the more consoles you sell, the worse the attach rate is gonna be. That's just the reality of it. Because you're just like the problem with PlayStation 5 is that it's like ultra fucking mainstream. So like you have all the baggage gamers involved too. You have the omega baggage of gamers, the ones that only play, all right, every Call of Duty every year and GTA 5. Like That's the sad reality of that shit.
PS sucks more than George Michael at a highway stop.
Heard that story. Holy shit. Thank you so much to the two Boosh.
Two senior guys that just oversee. I don't know. That could be a good point. Thanks to Quentin. Thanks
Yeah,
for the information.
No, that's a good ass point.
We're gonna leave this at that. I think there was more to this video that I did want to watch. Maybe we'll continue watching it on Friday. But they start hard coping, bro, about how like PlayStation 5 generation has not panned out the way that they wanted it to. So we're at 248. I'm gonna keep that in mind because we got to get to funnies. We do have to get to some funnies, me. All right, let me put this over here. We'll put this over there. And we are.
Sony was supporting PS2, PSP and PS3 at summer time.
Yep. It's true. They could do it. They just will, like, in every situation, you have to make the accommodations for your changes. That's the reality. And PlayStation does that. They adapt. They get what they need to do. They went out and bought Nexus. They contract, third-party port studios. Like, they do what they have to do. How long you have? Another hour? Yeah. We got another hour. Well, no. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I have, like, 40 minutes. And I cannot stay longer than 10:40 because I got in trouble for being late the other day. So I can't be staying on here until like almost 11. But so what criteria do you need to go on Puerto Rico's podcast? Be a trustable pony. be a trustable pony. By the way, I did lose, like, so I used to be a long time mod for Puerto Rock's channel. He took that away. He took that away. I mean, I would never do anything to jeopardize this channel because, like, bro, your channel makes content for me. I'm not gonna fuck up your channel, my guy. Like, like literally, your channel contributes to content for my channel. So thank you. Keep as you are. Don't change. Yeah, he took my wrench. It is what I mean. I get it. It's one of those things where it's like, you gotta be careful. So I understand, but I'm not gonna jeopardize your channel, bro. I want all of I want all of the content. All right, all of that shit. I'm not gonna fuck up your channel because I want your shit to be. I want you to fuck yourself. I mean what?
Oh, fuck!
Yo, son, he really did get community noted by a super chat. That's insane. Yo, shout out to a rapper for the 11 months. Thank you so much, my guy. He said, got 2 shorts on Memester Bait, Dragon Ball Z theme. All right, I got you, brother. Let me pull it up now. Let me not fuck around. We got to get to the funnies. Y'all take that shit seriously. And by the way, guys, we're like 12 likes away from hitting 100. 100 is the goal. So if you can, guys, do hit the like button. It does help me out. All right. When you said that joint is in Memester Bait. I'm surprised. Do you not see like the salt react requests trolls stuff? Because you don't have to post them in Memester Bait. Let me see. Although the memes that you guys do post is pretty funny. Oh, I watched this the other day. I watched. Alright, so So about a month ago, actually, I seen these shorts that you posted, but they're so funny that it's worth everyone else in chat watching too. They are so fucking funny. These shits is heat right here. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right, so if Dragon Ball Z was in the hood, let's go.
Did he just step on my shoes? Yes, I did. His niggatry levels are over 5,000.
No. Oh my god. Yeah.
This isn't even my final form. Here's a cheap super nigga too.
God, bro. Dog, bro, it's funny watching it even the second time, bro.
I can't stop that. His power levels are surging. Special beam shoe scar! Baby mama backhand!
Yo, it's fucking dying, bro. This video is a classic facts. Yo, B-Man, what's up?
Impossible! He's mastered Ultra Hood State.
Ultra Instinct is crazy.
It's time to end this, nigga rot.
Yeah. Can't wait for someone to call me racist for laughing at this. Like, I remember being in a Discord chat with a few bad faith bitch ass motherfuckers, and like someone told a joke that caters to like, you know, individuals who are black. And I laughed at it, and they were like, "Why are you laughing at that?" Like implying that I'm racist. And it's like, why are you being a fucking bitch? Like stop being a fucking bitch, bro. Fucking pussy. Like, you fucking pussy ass bitch.
No way. Super nigga 3 ultra unemployed? They gon' need all 7 dragon blunts to wish your ass back. Come
All 7 dragon blunts, bro.
Hey! Oh, no! Ah!
Oh, shit. Yo, this had me dead. Yo, Devastator, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the 22 months, my guy. What a fucking G. Why is King Thrash losing this fight so badly? Oh, shit. In order to go Super Saiyan, you have to look inward. I don't even know what's happening. I'm not fluent in Hood. Can anyone translate for me? Oh, my God. Nah, son. You just have to get into the experience, my guy. Yo, Rest in Brain, what's up? I remember this video, it showed up in my feed months ago. Yes, this shit was funny as fuck. Alright, if Dragon Ball Z was in the Hood part 2, yo, I don't think I've seen this one.
Is that my weed? Yes, it is.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But that means they wish me back with the 7 dragon blunts.
Yo, they really did do that, bro. No.
Nigga rot, you fool. Ultra low credit score. Ah!
Ultra low credit score, yo, son.
Super nigga 2. No, he's an ultra hood state. Fatherless fist! Holy
Fatherless fist, yo, son.
shit! Gallic God! This isn't even my final nigga!
Oh no, bro, that's crazy.
But I must beat you at your hoodest. Good. Super nigga 3! Impossible! His niggatry level's over 9,000! Kami! Kami! Talk to me!
Yo, son, they was doing the most with this. They was doing the most with this, bro. Yo, shout out to them for making that shit work. Holy fuck. That was crazy. That is absolutely insane. Those good videos though. Alright, so let's see. What the hell? You've heard of Elf on the Shelf? Yo, son. That's yo, son. You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Here's Sweeney on the Weenie.
Oh, fuck!
Well, Devastator, post that. Yo, post all that shit in salt requests, my guy. We want to see it. We gonna go over all that shit on Thursday. You already know what it is. All right, girl. What the hell? Damn. Girls with their $300 worth of beauty products. Guys who use the same bar of soap on their face and balls. Yo. That's crazy, bro. God damn. Oh my god. You're pretty bald for a Starfleet captain. Do you know where I could get... What the hell? A toupee? A toupee? Is that how you spell toupee? I didn't even know that. Not off the top of my head. Oh my god. Alright, bro. Alright, Boosh. Fuck you, bro. Alright, L Alchemy posted one. Let's go, L Alchemy, with the content, my guy. Alright. Darth L. Jackson. Oh my god. Not Samuel L. Jackson, but Darth L. Jackson. Jesus, this is gonna be crazy. Oh shit. This might get copyright claimed. Reading helps you learn. I mean, obviously, yeah, we learning by force over here, bro.
Man, I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up repugnant shit.
Yo, that's one of my favorite Samuel L. Jackson lines. Yo, when he's in Jackie Brown, he's looking at his like side bitch's house. He's just like, yo, this is disgusting. This is some repugnant shit. Yo, that's one of my favorite lines, bro. Is that Jackie Brown? The first part of his statement was not from Jackie Brown, but I think the last part where he's like, this is some repugnant shit, that's definitely from Jackie Brown. Cassiel L. Jackson. You should go to the Learning Center.
Hey, if we want to hear you talk, I will shove my arm up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet. You hear me? You hear me? What? Say what again? Say what again?
Fire. Yo.
I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Say what one more goddamn time.
Yeah.
I'm Superfly TNT. I'm the guns of the Navarone. You the motherfucker should be on brain detail.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro.
This is a tasty burger.
Darth Vader, only you could be so bold. The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this. When they hear you've attacked a
I'm scared that I'm gonna get fucking dragged by Disney.
Why don't we leapfrog all that bullshit? Save ourselves a lot of aggravation and time, of which there's close to zero.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to...
Don't give me attitude. Get the fuck out my face with that shit.
Alright, we're gonna leave it at that. That actually is a good clip. Shout out to you. But I'm like afraid that the fucking Disney ninjas are gonna come get me. Holy shit. No, that was a good one though. The 10 weirdest pals in Pal World. Uh-oh. From Bandit Games. Alright, let's see what's up, Devastator. Let's see.
Pal World is...
Oh no, this is a 9-minute video. Fuck. Hold on, what else we got? Alright, this is better. Alright, Lavender Attack Pal World. Alright, so I'm assuming this is gonna be some furry shit. So furry shit. Let's go. Let's go with the furry shit. Let's bring it. Bring it, baby. I gotta watch Loaded Weapon 1. You mean Lethal Weapon?
Hello, everyone.
No, shit,
I
bad
absolve
fucking
you of your sins.
Hey, yo! God damn!
Isn't this place a little bit nicer?
Uh-oh. What's going on? What the fuck is that? Loaded Weapon is a spoof with Emilio Estevez, for real? Yo, I never seen it. God damn! Oh my, bro, all the Lavanders, yo, they about to hard R everybody, like, and by hard R I mean the sexual kind.
They are attacking the GamerSupps generator, which powers the machines to make GamerSupps products like this here end of season merchandise. You use code TOGL to get 10% off your purchase now.
Oh my god, yo. They wildin' for respect. They are wildin' for respect.
What do we do? I don't know, man. Let's read the PAL deck entry, yeah?
Oh no.
In recent years, even humans.
I mean,
I'm
a
going
big
in.
fat great.
I'll see you later, Jerry.
That's what I mean.
Take me, baby. Yes, yes, it's finally gonna happen. Wait a second. Oh no, she's got a dick.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
Joy.
For what purpose?
I need Milky's.
Permission granted.
Cassie, by the way, that is an actual base defense event for real? What the fuck?
Oh no, he has been stolen.
Oh no. Oh damn. Got him. Got him. Fire. No, that wasn't bad. Yo, Devastator, that was aight. That was aight. That was better than the last one you posted. I mean, what? Alright, so Zombie posted a shit post from Twitter. What the fuck? Hey, yo. This is like 6 seconds. Alright. Yo! No! What the fuck? This motherfucker. You motherfuckers, a zombie, you piece of shit. Finding out that you have HIV at a con has to be one of the worst experiences someone can have. Yo, son. Welcome to Midwest Fur Fest 2018 HIV testing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway. We have a Meat Canyon video. Oh god, these fucking guys. Jesus Christ. Alright, so Meat Canyon. James Corden takes over the Ellen show, like Ellen DeGeneres or some shit.
Breaking news! Reportedly, James Corden will replace Ellen DeGeneres on her own show. This is, of course, in light of the recent news of Ellen and her staff's misconduct with guests and new hires. The network has decided to replace Ellen with another lesbian icon, and James Corden was at the top of the list.
Oh no! That's crazy.
When reaching out to Ellen for a comment on the issue, reporters were shocked to find Ellen's studio empty and only a note which read from Jeremiah 1:12. Then the Lord said, "You have observed correctly. This means I'm watching to make sure my threats are carried out." Ellen has been missing ever since the news broke out about her misconducts. Better watch out, James Corden. This could be trouble.
Oi, Justin Bieber. Thank you so much for...
Yo, what the fuck is James Corden? Is he like supposed to be like a comedian or some shit? Like, I don't think I've ever laughed at that motherfucker, like, ever. You just make fun of him for being fat. Like, by that standard, I guess every fucking fat person's a comedian. Yo, what's up, Gara? What you up to, good brother? He was from old YouTube. Supposed to be, yeah. Marathon gonna be Concord 3.0. Let's go. We can't wait, bro.
For helping me get to work today.
Alright, I might have to watch Loaded Weapon 1 then.
Yeah. No problem. Do you mind if we listen to some music? Fuck off, fatty. Alright then, off we go to sing some of your very popular songs.
Yo, son.
Some of your very
Oh my god. Alright, bro.
Hold on, you see, Justin, the problem with this song is that we can't clearly tell if you're talking about fish and chips, man.
Alright, so I think this video was probably edited to take out the music. That or literally the most popular songs, and then it's like, yeah, your music's ass. Yo, J Fiber was good, brother. He was a writer for comedy dramas in UK about 20 years ago. He was never good at stand-up. He was made the host of the late night show when Craig Ferguson left, and he was horrendous. Yeah, sounds about right.
Or a stinky arsehole, right? Just be upfront with the fans, Justin. Do you want a fish and chips minge, or are you looking for an extra layer of stink on your pickle? Which do you like more, Justin Bieber?
What the fuck? Yeah.
What is more yummy to you?
I hate Meat Canyon so much, bro.
I don't know. They both ate. Oh, brilliant, isn't it? I'd eat any piece of stinky slop thrown in front of me, Justin Bieber. That's for true.
Oh my god. Yeah, sadly, this kind of ruined the fucking video. That's unfortunate. Fucking it sucks how YouTube sucks. Oh my god, there's Ellen up there. Yo, Meryl,
oh, for God's sakes, Justin, she's speaking in tongues! That be the devil's tune! She's got a hold of me with her leathery talons, Justin! I don't want to die! Help me! Give us a wank! Free me from this demon's hold, Justin Bieber!
Yes! Oh my god, the first good thing Ellen DeGeneres has ever done in her fucking life. Let's go!
Yeah, you got that yummy, yummy, yummy.
So is the car gonna crash now? Damn.
James Corden was brutally abducted yesterday evening by Ellen DeGeneres in retaliation to supposed rumors.
That's why.
The whereabouts of Ellen are currently unknown. May her wrathful vengeance be swift and merciful to all those that oppose her.
Music.
What up, biatch?
Yo, appreciate the follow. That kind of sucked because it was like muted. Sadly. I'm sure it's a better video if like they didn't have to mute the like musical segments. But yeah, YouTube has become so shit. It's so awful now. But sadly, we have nowhere else to go.
Dad, you really don't remember?
Oh no. Oh, we did watch this. No, we watched this, Nissan. This one was funny. We watched like the actual full video. All right, let's see what else we got. Salamaka Restoration? What the fuck? Oh no. A woman working out. First fucking mistake, not for nothing. I mean, what? Oh, yo. Ooh. God damn. Yo, homie is cooked. Oh my god. Oh my god. Send that bitch back to the kitchen. I mean, what? Yo. That's crazy. Alright, Arctic sent one. The kid's just too smart. Uh-oh.
Better, boys or girls?
Alright.
Who's better, boys or girls?
Boys. Girls.
Really? Who walked on the moon first? Who's the richest person in the world? Who invented the light bulb?
Good point, but women gave birth to them.
Oh.
But who put the baby in there?
Who's better, boys or girls?
Got her ass, bro. Fucking, yo, son, got her ass, yo. Yo. I hope he had children before that. Max. Yo. God damn. That's the kind of hit where you vomit instantly for real, Aaron. God damn. That's rough. Yo, that was crazy. All right, White Chocolate sent one. Put in on boots in Australia versus America. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Damn. Merca. Fuck yeah. No, he dropped him. Damn. Yeah. God damn, that's crazy. Alright, who else we got? Alright, another one from Chocolate. Alright, usually Chocolate's submissions are pretty short. The toad that broke Australia.
Kraken is a real animal, just not the one you think it is.
Who's that Pokemon?
You see, when people hear tales of the Kraken, they assume that a bunch of sailors in the oldie times got absolutely shit-faced and ran into a giant squid. And to be fair, that's not a terrible assumption. Giant squid are f***ing kaiju-sized, coming in at 12 meters in length and 900 kilos in weight. So the assumption that they saw that shit and rightly assumed sea monster isn't too far-fetched. However, there is a rather large hole in that giant squid theory. They don't live anywhere near the surface. They live down. Way down. Owning real estate at a depth of 1,000 meters below sea level in the Twilight Zone. So if these sailors didn't see Squidward's roided out brother, how the f*** do you explain the books of corroborating tales of long, tentacle-like appendages sticking out of the sea? Well, the answer is whales. But, where is the tentacle on a whale? Well, you see, during breeding season, blue whales reproduce by, conducting a locomotive on female whales.
God damn. Hold on. Do not tell me he's gonna make an argument that the Kraken is actually a whale dick. Do not tell me that, bro. I feel like this motherfucker about to come up with some shit like that right now.
And in order to keep this train running on the tracks, male whales must wait their turn. And while waiting in the lobby, in order to stay prepared, the males tend to, raise their gentleman's sausage out of the water and wave it around in the air.
No, get the fuck out of here, bro. No.
And the special sausage on a blue whale is around 3 meters long. and 14 inches thick. So sailors who thought they were seeing a mythical monster from the depths were more than likely
getting cock slapped. Yo, that's crazy.
just seeing a pot of whales hitting weapon inspect on their schmeat.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Fuck everybody. Alright, fuck you. Alright, white chocolate. Fuck you. Max, I did nothing. They're doing this to me. I'm being framed. I am literally being framed, my guy. This is not my fault. This is not my fucking fault, brother. Not my goddamn fault. I had to see it, so now you do too, Vanilla Beaner. I'm sorry, chat. Yeah, I changed my name in Discord to Vanilla Beaner. Everyone just goes along with it. They're like, fuck it. Who cares? Play the music. Yeah. Yo, I'm just gonna hit the gay button. That shit is omega gay. What is this? What are we doing here? Bro, what? Nah, what the fuck?
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
What are we doing? What are we? Yo, son. No.
And right now.
Man, what the? Why are you finger blasting your chocolate starfish in the public bathroom? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to. What, you preparing for prison? You nasty mother. I am not the same person I was just 10 seconds ago. My own fault for having a phone. What the?
Wait, there's another Planet Fitness incident, Steve? Another one? Yo, Benji, fuck you for that, alright? Alright? You could, bro, what he's doing to his booty hole, you could take my foot and shove it up yours. Alright, brother? Alright, brother? The princess of all Saiyans? Yo, hold up. Hold up, we may have a banger here.
What kind of...
And I don't mean a ass blaster like we just saw. Alright, so the princess of all Saiyans. What kind of princess are you? This might be my video.
What kind of a princess are you?
Get out, woman! You're interrupting my training.
You have magic hair?
That's right. You had no idea, did you?
Magic hands?
I thought you were gonna literally make a female character, not call Vegeta the princess of all Saiyans, you fucking assholes! You fucking dicks! Yo, I can't win today!
Animals talk to you?
You are my big brother!
Cursed? Kidnapped or enslaved? Do people assume all your problems got solved because a big strong man showed up?
Well. Kakarot, you dog! You did it! You actually did it!
He is a princess! What kind of a princess?
How dare they? Dragon Ball Z sucks because a man like Vegeta isn't the lead. That's why Dragon Ball Z sucks, god damn it. Fuck yeah, brother. Asmongold can't stop laughing, huh? Bro,
and how Maduro felt.
Alright, so how Maduro felt that night. Oh, God. Oh, no.
And how Maduro felt that night. What's this? You talk like a lion, but in real life, you're just noise.
Oh, no. He's talking shit. The trumpet DMs, no! Oh, no, bro, no!
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
God! Perfect? Yeah. Gotcha, bitch. Now you're in the wagon. No fucking way. Yeah, there it is.
Terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible, guys. Holy shit. Yo, son. I do have to end it off there. A classic, yeah. Yes, it had Diddy up in that bitch. Guys, I'm gonna have to ask y'all a favor, man. I'm gonna have to ask y'all a favor. We trying to make Reforged Gaming mad, by the way. We're antagonizing with the truth. We're making him mad with the truth because that's all you need to do with Reforged. But guys, I dropped a video on Monday. If y'all can go check that one out, I would appreciate it. It's the Reforged Gaming lied about AC Shadows. Basically, I clipped my stream where we exposed that he actually lied about being Assassin's Creed Shadows. He didn't. So if you can go over there and check out that video for me, I would really appreciate it. And if you can go, like, hit the like button and hype it up. There's, like, a hype button now. I don't know if it does anything, but it would help me out. That's the video right there. If you all could do that for me, I would appreciate it. But, thank you so much, El Alchemy. I appreciate it so much. Don't be late, Cass. Yeah, I can't be late anymore. I really I was getting too loose with it, my guy. Pause that shit. And we did hit over 100 likes, so thank you so much for that, guys. It means a lot. It means the world to me. Thank you. All right, we need to figure out who we're raiding here. We need to figure out who the fuck we're raiding. Let's see. Redirect. Who we gonna hit? Who we gonna hit up? All right, so all right, Miss Bella is streaming. We haven't rated Miss Bella in a long time, so let's go hit up Miss Bella and say hi and go support the homie, right? Oh, you know who we haven't fucking rated in forever? Hold up. All right, we'll raid him next time, but right now we're gonna raid Miss Bella because I already said that we were. Got to show Miss Bella some love. She's a homie to the community. A Devastator, have a good night, brother. El Alchemy, thank you so much for everything. Hyping helps the algorithm, by the way. Supposedly, we'll see. But it does help me out. Can I send one more short? Boosh, we'll save it for next time for sure. But if you want me to watch it while I'm at work, you could always DM it to me. But I don't want to be late for work. I have to leave like by 10:40 the latest. So that's what I have to do because I'm a bad girl. I've been a bad girl lately. Everybody have a great night. Nissan, thank you so much for everything. Devastator, love you, bro. El Alchemy, Emerald, Jinx, Fox Hills. Yo, you guys are the goats, man. Tiger, Kevin, Paper Liger. You guys make this what it is, and I appreciate all y'all. I always try to give you guys shout outs just to let you know I appreciate you. Boosh, Steve, Tampa Bay, Max, Drewski, Aaron, Barrel. Yo, appreciate y'all so much. Dungeon, EB, y'all the goats, man. I appreciate everything. Thank you so much to all the mods. B-Man, Fluffy, much love to you. Casualties, I dropped a link to your channel because people were wondering about like is handheld emulation devices like, you know, that shit. And I was like, yo, nobody better to ask than Casualties the Gamer, so I linked your channel earlier and send them to a specialist, my guy. Yo, Nick just came in last minute. Sorry, forgot we had a stream time. Bro, don't worry about it, brother. I mean, you're always missed, obviously, but don't think anything bad of it. But take care of yourself, Nick. Dragooner, Hypnotic and Rapture, y'all the goats, man. Hugs, drop some love. Yeah, and if you could hype up this live stream too, all that stuff helps, man. Or after the stream, if you could leave a comment and hype up the stream, all that stuff helps. So I'm out. I'm not late yet. I got 1 minute. Much love to y'all. Have a great, safe rest of y'all's weeks. I'll see you guys Thursday, tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're playing Dead Space. So 7 p.m. EST. See you guys tomorrow. Peace. And go show Miss Bella some love, goddammit.